Through silver shafts of sunlight, the king of the pod arrives. Beside him, the queen glides in shining grace. To the throne of coral they swim.
Hail to the pod.
Hail to the pod.
Public service announcement. Look at the sign. This is for 18 plus only, or else.
This episode is brought to you by thedolphinwars.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to King Dolphin Television, episode 472, the anti-Gumby episode. Oh, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun attacking Gumby tonight. He ruined a lot this week. He ruined a lot this week. So I'm ready to show my vengeance on Gumby. I hope everybody else is as well. I am Raymond. I am the author of the Dolphin Wars trilogy of books and ruler of the greatest pod on YouTube. Welcome everybody to this show. And I have with me, I've got Wendy, Trauma Warrior.
Hello.
She's on an away mission, but has decided she wanted to come in and
just say hey to everybody. Gonna go to a game tonight.
Hang out with us.
Yep.
So if you love what we're doing here, if you like what we do on Kingdom, when everything works, the interviews, the reviews, the Radio King Dolphin TV, the chaos that is known as Just Cuz, please like, subscribe, and do all sorts of other things for the chat, such as engage and show YouTube that we don't like the anger rhythm, because I'm sure I'm hearing that the anger rhythm is wandering and affecting channels. So we want to show everybody on YouTube that King Dolphin TV is the place to be. And if you are so inclined and you want to help keep the lights on here at the channel and listen to FKHC 2005, who says, you don't want to visit from Snorty and Trike, give in super chats, sticker, or something at the tip link here. There it is right there too. You will be glad you did, and boom. So we're gonna start. We're starting off with that. So, and Snorter Poopers did put the tip link out there, so thank you very much. Thank you very much, Snort. Let's see. Okay. Boy, Legatus is on the roll. He's out to get some eclairs. Train engineer. How many train derailments have you had? Train conductor. Not sure. It's hard to keep track. All right. That's yes. Legatus, you got a seat at the table, and there's a special dish on the table today. Tell him what you're having, Wendy, and I'm sure he's going to enjoy it.
Oh, I'm going to be having some brisket nachos at the game tonight.
I'm not.
Looking forward to it. They're so
That
good.
sounds.
You gotta have a park dog too while you're there.
Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah. So yeah, let's see. All right, so there you go. Look at it. He's setting the bar very, very high for tonight. Okay. All right. And then he says that awkward moment when a zombie is looking for brains and walks right by. Oh, yes. Yes, he is on a roll.
He is.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it with my jokes over to the
He's gonna have the table completely empty by the time you get there.
Yes, indeed. All right. Okay. Oh, and he has yet another one. When someone asks what I did over the weekend, I squint and whisper, "Why? What did you hear?" Yeah. One must wonder. One must wonder.
Yep.
All right. So let us welcome everybody who has come on board the crazy train for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it is going to be a crazy train. We don't have any guests yet. They're probably enjoying the weather. We actually, it's actually, what is it right now? We're at 81, and it was sunny and all that, but now we got some clouds coming in. It's supposed to rain within a little bit. I'm like, oh boy.
In Houston, it's 86.
Woof.
It feels like 92.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad. But you're by the ocean, by the Gulf.
Yeah, we're here by the Gulf.
Yeah.
It's about, from where I'm at, about a 30 to 40 minute drive.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. All right. So right now, we don't have any guests. I'm sure they'll come meandering in unless they've got other things to do on this great middle May weekend. But why wouldn't you be at any place else than King Dolphin TV?
That's right.
Yep. All right. So we got. Okay. Let's see. Oh, come on. All right. We've got our amazing producer still on the road to recovery. Sandra.
How's the PT going, Sandra?
King Dolphin TV in color. Stereo were available. HDMI because the Hedgehogs put it together. Sandra Feliciano. Production directed by Trike the dog. All right. So, and the aforementioned Trike. Yeah, Sandra, please tell us how in the chat how your PT's going. I know it's going pretty good. She's getting close. She's getting real close. But she can tell you herself. All right. So please put an SF out there to show that we want her to get better. Let's see. She says, PT is going well. I'm just not able to flex my knee as much as I need to. It also gets very stiff when I sit for a while.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it gets better.
Yep.
Yeah, a bit of a setback because of that first week. So.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. And then we got Goddess Legionai, the jokester for tonight. Already got setting a high bar for jokes out there. Way to go, Legatus. And then we've got.
It's a good thing I'm going to the game in a little while because the pressure's on with the jokes, man. Legatus
I know.
is just dropping them.
I know he is. Yeah, but then we've got the one, the only, the one beyond compare. Oh, wait, get this right. Snorter poopers, Cooper. Dot screen. Hashtag roar. Welcome to the show. I got a joke. The older I get, the earlier it gets late. So true, Snort.
It is.
Snow's true.
I'm ready for bed by like 8:30, 9 o'clock now.
And
I was exhausted when we got here last night. God.
Oh.
We flew.
Oh, you flew?
Yeah.
Okay. From where?
McAllen to Hobby. Houston Hobby.
Small airports.
Yeah. Well, my aunt and uncle live pretty close to Hobby. I mean, Bush Intercontinental is way out on the north side.
Gotcha. And now, the other guy. Sniffles. D. Boom. Yeah. And finally, my baby love, the hussy, Amber. Snotty purpose, Cooper, that kiss, hashtag, huggy. Yeah. All right. Now that we got that over with. Okay. Yeah, I needed this show. I needed this show because it was just totally a crappy week in more ways than one. On Tuesday, I think I got a stomach bug, which is still there.
That sucks.
It's still there. I mean, it's just not a pleasant feeling.
Nah, it's never.
And so
hope
I know
you got fluids. Not taking enough fluids.
I am. I've got a glass of water right here. And I've been drinking water as I've been going around. And so yeah, lots of fluids. Getting a lot of rest, or way too much rest. Nah, never too much rest. Got some rest.
Legatus is asking what game. We're in Houston. We're gonna go to Dyken Park. The Texas Rangers are in town playing the Houston Astros.
Yeah. You don't have Houston doesn't have a NHL team.
No. Only Dallas has a hockey team here.
Okay.
The Stars.
Yeah. And then On Wednesday, when we were ready to do Radio King Dolphin TV, scheduling was blew up everywhere. It was just
Oh.
Max and myself, and and between me not feeling good and then just things happened beyond anybody's control.
Life is life.
Life is life. Gumby was separating. We couldn't do the reading, so I'm like, oh God, yes, Gumby hit. So I decided it is time to show my revenge on Gumby, and so the Dolphin has started getting some AI stuff around and decided time to show my wrath on Gumby. Let's see. Time to show my wrath on Gumby. I gotta find the first one. Right here. Okay, here we go. I thought these came out real good. I didn't even show these to Sandra yet. I thought these were so good. I wanted her to be surprised. There, we're showing.
Oh,
we're showing our wrath on Gumby tonight. Oh, he thinks he's gonna. I don't know if I were Gumby and I were facing these hooligans, it would not be it would end up not a good night for him.
Well, it occurs to me as I'm looking at this, Colby should be hiding on the backside while he looks at them.
Oh, Colby?
Yeah. You can be on the backside ready to pounce and hold them down. They'll back him into her.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he thinks he's gonna survive these. He's showing some gumption, but you got Snortapoopus there, you've got Pudgy, Trike, King Dolphin. Oh, they're ready.
Yep.
They're ready to have their way. So
the Rumble.
Yeah. The Royal Rumble Dolphin style.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. And then okay. And then we got this one. Oh, hello, Sylvia.
Hello.
She says she was at the Scottish games. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Right. And then we got this one. This one came out good.
Oh, gosh. He looks a little concerned now.
Now he's a little concerned. He's got Pudgy's biting his head. Pudgy's biting his head as Snort and Trike got their paws on him, as they should, and King Dolphin's ready to fluke slap him.
Yep.
Yep. He's definitely on the ropes there. He is definitely he's definitely on the ropes here. And then finally, and then let's see, can I do it there? This is gonna let me do it. Yep. Okay. No, not that one. Okay. All right. There it is. And then finally, Gumby gets the fate that he deserves. Gumby gets the fate he deserves. I like. What do you think of that one, Wendy?
It's a good one.
What does the chat think of this little beating up of Gumby tonight? Us taking the Snort says, yay. He says, yay.
Let's just hope he isn't a zombie.
Ooh, zombie Gumby. Ooh. I think we'll show these later on. We got Max.
Hey, Max.
Hey, Max. And Max, I hope your sound is better because I'm gonna may have to mute.
Hello.
There he is.
There we go.
Hello, man.
Yes.
Hey, Max.
Is this yeah, I'm at Air Force Base, and are we like under attack, man?
Nope. We just had the rumble with the Gumby rumble.
Okay, man, because there's like things that say that we're under attack, man, and that's not cool, bro. Not cool.
Oh. Nope. Haven't heard anything. Right now we've got a rumble on the Gumby. Okay, so there is that. Oh, and Max sent this one earlier on.
Dave's not here, man.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
All right, let's see. All right. Okay. And this was the pre-post. There was the pre-post mortem.
Yeah.
Prior to him being interred. We got the revenge on the Gumby. Oh, okay. Hello, FKHC 2005.
Hello.
Who says, and as the old saying goes, and Wendy, you can say it.
Boom.
Okay, find this one. All right. There. Hello, FK.
ICBM, you know.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
only one in five SOMAT ICBMs doesn't explode over the launch pad, so.
All right. And then let's see. So hello, FKHE 2005. And again, Sylvia, the lovely artist, is here. All right. So looks like we already have memes. But I want to do these jokes I want to do these latest jokes that Legatus is. He is on the.
Yeah, he's on fire today.
He is.
Yeah, my computer's on fire too. Man.
That sucks.
Yeah, I just had to order a new one.
Good. Okay, Legatus comes in and says, "Don't bother walking in my shoes. That would be boring. Instead, spend 30 minutes in my head. That'll freak you out." Oh yeah, me too.
Oh. No, I don't have liability coverage to let people in my head, man.
Yeah. Yeah. My What's in my head doesn't play well with others. If you're sitting in public with lots of space and a stranger takes the seat next to you, just stare straight ahead and say, "Did you bring the money?" That's good.
Like the cops pull me over. I say, look at the cop with a smile. How you doing today? It's like, I'm okay. Where you come from? I'm coming from my drug distributor. What are you so happy about? I got a great deal. Have anything I should know about in the car? No, I don't handle transportation.
I don't remember much from last night, but the fact I needed sunglasses to open the fridge this morning tells me it was awesome. Yeah, I've had a few of those nights.
Mm-hmm.
When one door opens and another door opens, you're probably in prison. Yeah.
Well, if one door closes and then the other door won't open until that door closes, and if it's made out of steel and ballistic glass, then yeah, that's probably my insurance.
Yeah, you're in prison. So where was these Scottish games, Sylvia? Okay, let's see. Like Goddess asked, is that's where
Germantown.
Huh?
Germantown.
Germantown?
I don't know. Just
is that depends on where she lives? Is that the one where they throw logs and axes and other things?
It's called a caber, Mr. Raymond.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's Legatus asking. Right. Let's see. Legatus says, does anyone know if Gumby is hired by all these insurance companies? Oh, look, you didn't get the extended warranty and it just expired. Hey, Gumby, we got a job for you.
See, it's like the nicer the mascot, the more scared you should be of the insurance company. I don't know if there's any insurance companies that are like that scary, but who knows?
I don't
know. Yeah.
And how would Max know about doors opening and closing?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, so we got that.
I gotta admit, we've seen that all. We've all seen that on TV.
Yeah. Didn't you? I watched how many seasons of Oz on HBO?
Or what's the latest one? Commercials that we just hear. We see Ungodly with Danica Patrick and some Assurance or something like that.
Well, it's Car Shield.
Car Shield, yeah.
Yeah. Holla at your boy Ice-T. Yo, check it out. They got these contracts where they can get out of anything. I dare you. You buy the extended coverage, they ain't gonna pay for anything.
I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Okay.
There was one word changed that nobody notices in the contract.
Yeah.
There's just that one word.
Yep.
I have a friend who is like one of those friends who like asks you for help and then goes and does something completely different. And she asked me, it's like, oh, can you help me? Like, I gotta go buy a new car, and can you help? It's like, yeah, sure. And then lo and behold, she shows up with like a Kia, like that she leased. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be forward thinking about this. I'm just not giving you a choice of you're gonna be able to vote, you're gonna be able to like do all the other things like a normal American has freedom to do. You just can't choose your next car. That's it. You've lost that freedom. You've demonstrated that you just cannot responsibly do this.
Yep.
Snort asks, How many cars is Danica Patrick rigged? I don't know. I haven't watched racing.
A lot.
Well, fair enough. You know what? I will hold on. Let me ask the powers that be. Give me a second.
All right. Meanwhile, we got memes from Tim. Memes. Wonderful memes. This is a good one. I've been reading the Torah and I got to the book of Numbers, but I didn't see yours. Oh, the next sound you hear is a slap. Oh. When you walk home from synagogue, when you walk home from synagogue on Motzi Shabbos, and remember you left your car at shul on Friday afternoon. Yeah. Oh, I asked my non-Jewish friend to cut a bagel in half and put cream cheese on it. Ooh. Ooh.
I never picked up a taste for bagels personally.
Bagels are okay. I like bagels. My granddaughter loves bagels. Yeah, she absolutely loves bagels. Yamo, Obi-Wan Ben Kenobi. Bye. That's good. That's good. And he raises it perfectly. That's not easy to do. I will tell you that. I've done my share of
18.
18?
18 crashes.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, will you watch? Should I go back on show you these?
18. Let's see. 12 in the Xfinity. No, I've been watching.
Okay, so you're caught up.
Right,
okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive because I've done my share of Hagba, and that's not easy, especially as it gets later on in the year when it's totally off balance.
Yep.
Mazal in Hebrew means fortune, which is why Jews like fortune cookies so much because they're literally Mazel Tov cookies. And I love there's smoked whitefish dip in your future.
Oh, right.
Oy.
Of course, that'd be a great thing to prank someone who was vegan.
What?
A vegan.
Yeah.
Snort. Me loves bagels. I mean bagels. Oh, we knew the truth.
Yeah.
We knew the truth. We love those little hot dogs. Oh, yeah. So.
Beagles. My brother just recently got a beagle puppy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she's a cutie.
Cool. Yeah, we had we took the granddaughter to a sleepover tonight. There's a 1-year-old dog. 1-year-old dog. And he is the size of Trike. And just
Great Dane.
No, not no. I think he may be a rat. I'm not sure. And it must be interesting to be a dog in that house because they got 5 kids. Well, one preteen and 5 toddlers, and it's got to be tough on the dog.
Huh.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, now Pudgy's setting up things here. Pudgy says, Great Dane? Nah, more like ordinary Dane. Pudgy hugs everyone. Hey, Pudgy!
Hi, Budgie.
Come on in.
Oh, the first Great Dane I ever saw was as a real estate agent. She was renting houses for the crew of Home Alone 3. So I went with her because she was dropping an agent a contract off to the director, and the wife was there, and then all of a sudden this like humongous dog that looked like one of the gaunt cows from Pharaoh's Dream in the Old Testament came through. I'm like, oh my god. But it was like, I thought it was like an emaciated cow. Is actually a Great Dane, black with white with black spots.
Oh yeah. Oh.
My aunt used to have a Great Dane. Where I am now, they have a pug now. Her name is Fern. She's adorable. She used to have Great Dane. Her name was Abigail when I was growing up. I used to ride her like a horse when I was a little girl.
Okay. Hello, Pudgy. And also, hello, Cobalt. All right. Yeah.
All right. Looks like everybody's ready to load up in the car and get over to the stadium. So you guys have a good night.
Are you going to give us the usual?
Yeah, I'll give you a rundown. Yeah, I'll let you know what's going on. Yeah, Texas Rangers versus that Houston Astros. Yep.
All right.
Wow.
Got to make sure I get my brisket nachos before the game starts.
Oh, don't say that. Don't make us suffer. Don't make us suffer like that.
All right.
Take care,
okay, guys.
Wendy.
Take care. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Love you too, Wendy. Bye. Oh, dear. Wendy, Trauma Warrior, off to the game.
Rangers versus Astros. Talk about a no-win situation.
Oh, yeah. Snorta Poopa says, I saw a Great Dane once. His name was Victor Borga. He was in Batman.
What?
He was in Batman, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he was King Tut.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was King Tut, if I remember. So,
the Kitsch in the original series.
Yep, that's true. That was a great series. Only lasted 3 seasons, but definitely made an impact. Pudgy says Victor Borge was a lot of fun. R.I.P. Yep. Pudgy. Okay, let's see. And of course, we got the standard. Image from the Snortopoopas Strike Collection Agency.
Yeah.
Pay or suffer or both. Courtesy of Max.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of these? Victor Buono?
Victor Buono? Okay. That was Victor Buono?
Let me check my Dolphinpedia.
Victor. I think we have too many Victors around here.
Yeah.
Not enough losing.
Okay, he was.
Oh yeah. I mean, because Victor Borga passed away a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I thought, all these Victors, especially with B's in the name.
What have I told you about thinking, Raymond?
All right. Let's see. Okay. Thanks, Snort. It's always good when I get my information right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
what's up?
Oh, not much. Just trying to keep my intestines in me.
Yeah.
Just see.
Have you tried staying away from soul meals?
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I caught it. Well, yeah, you knew I caught it on Tuesday, and it's just not going away. I'm like, oh, come on, stop.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to sit down for a long time.
Yeah, I got
you. Yeah. Pudgy says, and for correcting the host, Snortopupus will now have to wear the chicken hat. That would be an interesting thought. So, yeah. And now that we have totally taken care of Gumby in that little foursome of pictures, hopefully we can get rid of this Gumby logo and move on.
Have we?
I don't know.
Have we though?
I do not know. We shall see. 1 month, Let's see. Yep. Okay. There we go. And what is the weather down at sunny California, or is it not sunny?
It's sunny, partly cloudy, 72. Yeah.
It is dark over here, so.
But I'm going through some medication changes, so it's like my sleep schedule's all off. So.
That's not good.
Yeah.
All right. No yawning.
I'm sorry.
All right. What do you call a magic dog?
What do you call it?
A labracadabrador. Oh boy. I guess that's kitty table worthy. Yes.
The guy who successfully bred the first labradoodles acknowledged that there's a place in hell set for him.
Took him long enough. Took him long enough. Or I got the feeling people are going to relegate me to the pits, but I don't think they're catching it. Good, so I can do another joke. Yeah, let's see. What do you call a pony? What do you call a pony with a cough?
I don't know what you call a pony cough.
A little horse.
No. I thought you would have said it as a pony wit cough.
No. What's this say? Okay. Uh-oh. Snort has put his vote in. Cage. I am now relegated to cage. Huh?
Solitude confinement.
You think so, Snort? You think so? You talking to me? You talking to me?
No, he's talking to the brilliant comedian behind you.
I see. All right, there you go. Wife on the inside. So,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, we need to see.
Yeah.
We need to see the face down Gumby again. We need to see the face down Gumby again.
There's no punishment harsh enough.
Yeah. There. I like the look on Snort there. Also like the look on Pudgy's face. And the Dolphin's ready to beat him with the scepter. But that little gumball doesn't seem to be afraid.
I don't know. Maybe it's his antipsychotic.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That is so true. But then again,
some people are too stupid to be afraid.
Yeah. True. Especially when this happens. You know.
Yeah.
Mort says, be afraid. Be very afraid. Yep. But I love how this came out. I love how that one came out.
Yep.
Snort's all beaten up. Dolphin's got a couple wounds. Trike and he got their paws on him, and Pudgy's biting his head.
I don't know. This seems a bit violent.
Yeah. Well, that's why we have the public service announcement saying this is over. This show's for over 18 plus. Because if you've got a hedgehog, if you've got a hedgehog gnawing on a piece of clay, that could probably traumatize some people.
Young people nowadays, they can get traumatized over anything.
Are you okay, Max? You seem a little...
I'm a little tired. I'm like I said, my doctor's like switching up my medicine. It's playing hell with my sleep, so it's like, bleh.
Yeah. Well, if you got to tap out, you can tap out.
I will stay on for 10 more minutes.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Let's see. So we had. That's a good one. The hedgehog will really needle you if you make him angry.
Yeah. A sticking point for that sort of thing.
That is. Especially now that he's come of age. Our little hedgehog has now come of age.
Yeah. It's like do you ever watch Rick and Morty at all?
No.
Oh, okay. There's like there's like this species where they populate, they send the males out to like the wilderness, and they mate with robots, and then the male babies they throw back out into the wilderness, And then the female babies are, they live in like dome cities, and so anyway.
Okay.
I shouldn't even go on it. It's like, if you don't watch it at all.
Yeah. Okay. What did the shark say when he ate the clownfish?
What?
That tastes a little funny.
Has your YouTube feed gone like totally different this last week?
What do you mean?
Or not totally different, but just like not usual and customary. What are we recommending you?
No, I haven't noticed a difference.
Okay. I've been noticing a bit of a difference, but
I
don't know. I don't know.
Interesting. I haven't heard about you.
Yeah.
Of course, like I said, this week has been, perfect storm. Me not feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
And the scheduling issue with our female contingent.
Mm-hmm.
Just perfect storm. Perfect.
Yeah, everyone done disappeared. Done disappeared.
Yeah. So true. But we will fix it.
Yeah.
We can fix it. We can make it.
We have the technology. We can rebuild bigger, stronger, faster. We have technology.
Yep.
You've been saying that BS for 50 years.
Mm-hmm. I wonder with inflation.
Yeah.
How much?
I think it's 36 million. I think
36 million,
something like that. No, well, 24 anyway. So
24.
You keep on saying you're going to come out with the 2.6 patch, and you talk a big game.
Yeah. Well, remember they did the reboot of the Bionic Woman.
No, wait. You mean they did it? Are you talking about the Lindsay Wagner one?
Yeah, they rebooted it.
Oh wow! Yeah.
No, I didn't. Katie Sackhoff. I think Katie Sackhoff was the was the villain. Okay. What did the pirate? What did the pirate say when he turned 80?
I don't know.
Aye, matey. Wah, wah, wah. Okay.
Let the real jokes out of jail.
Yeah, I know. Legatus. Yeah. Snort says, "Arg." I found a whole page of them, Snort. I found a whole bunch of jokes for tonight. Legatus says, "What?" Yeah, I found a whole bunch of jokes that I was ready to compete with you on. Yeah. And I see I'm not doing so well. Oh boy. Ooh, a car in the back. He hides the Dolphins joke book. Uh-oh.
What is this, the water boy? He stole my joke book.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Oh boy. Okay.
So
Yeah.
they're coming out with the did you hear about Elliot Page's latest project? She's gonna be doing the
Yes.
biopic of Martin Luther King.
Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Greeks are white.
Yeah.
You can't rewrite history despite what Sonny Hostin says.
Yeah, it's like.
But,
Did you ever see True Romance with Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette?
No.
Oh wow! There's a scene. Okay, Dennis. Okay, he lives in Detroit and he runs a comic book store, and his dad is a security guard and lives near a rail yard. His dad's Dennis Hopper, and there's basically a run-in with the mob, and the mob lawyer is played by Christopher Walken.
Oh,
and you get this whole demographic, and you get this whole demographic geographic scene with racial slurs, and it's one of those things you just have to watch.
Okay.
I mean, you can actually watch it on YouTube and kind of get the context. So
and not
pages.
Snowdy, you mean to say those were jokes and not pages from Harvey's Groner pages? Sandra says she is short and weak. No way can Paige play Achilles.
Yeah.
What do you call a fish with no eyes? A FSH. The memes and deep fakes of Elliot Page have sure blasted off. Some of them are funny. Yeah, FKHC sent one that I thought was probably a little over the top. It was a little way over the top for me.
Yeah, one face launches 100,000 ships, the other one sinks them. What are you gonna do?
I don't agree with the casting of Helen of Troy.
Yeah, it's like they gotta shove their whatnots in your face, like, oh yeah, we could do this. So like, yeah, well, they one day someone was testing a thermonuclear weapon and they wanted it to be, I believe, 10 megatons, but 6 instead of lithium-7 into it, and it ended up being 15.4 megatons. Not a great idea. No. Learning experience, really.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. The Iliad, as written by Homer Simpson. We got Cobalt. Hello, Cobalt.
Just in time.
Dun. I am your sending telegram. That's a great scene in that movie. Hey, Raymond. Hey, Max.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Recovering from whatever I caught earlier this
I
week.
told you not to go to hantavirus world, but you wouldn't listen.
Oh, let's not go there.
Yeah.
Let's not go there with the
All right.
Yeah. Ooh, what's that?
Is that me or you?
It's me.
No, someone called the fuzz.
No, that's EMS. Relax.
Yeah. Ooh, that's close. Yes. So, what you been up to, Cobalt?
Oh, it's a thrill a minute here in Friendship Town tech support.
Uh-oh. What has Pudgy got you doing?
Well, okay, there's two things going on right now. Thing number one is, don't know if you saw the hubbub that's on Twitter that's going around right now, but Stream Elements, which is which is a bot that is used by multiple streamers, including Pudgy. They are in the process of possibly shutting down by the end of the month.
Yep.
So an employee that got a notice that they were going to lose their job soon went on to the Stream Elements Discord and then basically told everyone that he was soon to be out of a job, everyone's going to be fired, and the service is going to shut down by the end of the month. So it put the fear of God into everybody, and lots of discussion. Twitter went wild. All the different platforms went wild, and then basically it started in the process. Okay, if Stream Elements is gone, where do we go next? So, so today, helping Pudgy, I was able to, because we are already using Streamlabs for Twitch. We would start off with Stream Elements, but it's a little wonky. It has its quirks. Streamlabs is better, but so it was not too much trouble to transfer over from Stream Elements to Streamlabs. So so thankfully that process is fairly straightforward because the two services are set up very similarly. Just Streamlabs has more bells and whistles, and of course, there's an option for multi-stream and all the different stuff. Because they're pushing the Ultra subscription, which is like $19 a month, but but for most people, most purposes, you don't need to do the $19 a month. So.
I think I've heard of another much reasonable streaming service. Earl Shab, $19.99, $95.95. It'll stream to any service, anywhere, anytime, any place, anywhere. So the good news is transferring over from Stream Elements to Streamlabs was a fairly straightforward process. We're already using it for Twitch. It was just link up the YouTube account and then put the moderator on. So thankfully that only took about an hour. But that's the thing. Pudgy has great ideas. You're like, hey, Cobalt, I got a great idea. Then 4 hours later. You can't underestimate the damage that a disgruntled or even a gruntled employee can do to a company.
Yeah, that's true. So that employee, when he put the fear of God into everybody, and everyone started looking for alternatives or started switching and started canceling, because not only does Stream Elements have they do all of the streamer support stuff, but they also one of the ways they make their money is they do sponsorships and they work with third parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that were being sponsored for whatever, if you play Clash of Clans and you're able to get new subscribers to play that game, then you get a flat fee per subscriber. Or if you use the special code, you can get 10% off your like Gamer Subs, which is a drinks company. So so a lot of people that were under the sponsorship plan, they're saying we were supposed to be paid out 2 weeks ago, and they've told us there's a payment processor delay. So, there's credence to something's going on behind the scenes. Well, that employee and all the people freaking out, they prompted a response from Stream Elements corporate, and so they put out a notice saying that yes, there is some issues, but they're working to be acquired by a third party. So basically, they're trying to sell the company to someone else that would take them over. And then I was going through some financial stuff, and basically they got $100 million in seed funding from some hedge fund investor. That was back like about 5 years ago or so. And they've never been profitable. So basically the money's running out, and now is the time where it's put up or shut up, and they're trying to figure out ways to keep it going. But yeah, most people they're starting to switch over. There's ways to back up your data, and that's number one. And then number two is that for the pudgy videos, I typically use Microsoft Clipchamp to do the video editing, and it's a good solid program, but Microsoft is doing what Microsoft does, and they're starting to make it not work correctly anymore. So that resulted in having to switch over to I've started to switch over. The last 2 videos I produced in it, and it is a fairly good program. It's something called DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci Resolve. It is. I use it for. Gosh, I haven't shot a lot of video lately, but yeah, I also use it, and because unless you're using like unless you start using like the high end stuff, it's free to use.
Yeah, I got the free package. I finally started to bump up to where the paid the paid option would make sense. Here's the thing, Raymond.
Yeah,
if I wanted to do video editing using, for example, Adobe Premiere, there's no way to buy Adobe Premiere anymore as a single standalone program. You have to pay monthly for it. So that works out to be $30 a month for the Adobe Premiere package. So basically that's $360 a year. Now, way back when Premiere used to cost like $700, but once you bought it, it was yours until the program broke. Yeah, until the program broke or the computer broke.
Or it was incompatible. I'm going through the same thing with the Microsoft and with the Photoshop suite,
Yeah. Well, the good news, Max. I've been using Affinity Photo.
I'm learning. Yeah,
Affinity is a good replacement to Photoshop, and it's also full Photoshop compliant. For your files. So anyway, the DaVinci Resolve is a very good video editing program. It has a lot of options under the free option. And then the paid option is like $295, but whenever you get the $295, it unlocks like not only just like the high level stuff, it's also a lot of the medium stuff that's blocked away right now. But
because it's the on the other end of it is Blackmagic cameras, and those are very they're used on pretty high end industry applications.
Yeah, DaVinci Resolve is essentially motion picture industry level software. And just switching over from Clipchamp, having previous experience in Premiere, it's a very the interface is scary. Pudgy's looking at it, he's like, "Oh, look at the buttons," and I'm like, no. Don't push the buttons yet. I don't know what they do.
I know what you mean.
But for example, there a button he kept pushing it's Ducker, Ducker, and what Ducker does is let's say that there's a background track playing, like Mr. Raymond's got Hell's Bells playing in the background. Obviously, we can't do that because YouTube copyright. But let's say AC/DC was playing in the background. What the Ducker option does is that it will automatically lower the volume of the song every time Raymond speaks. And when Raymond stops speaking, the song volume goes back up, and it's automatic whenever you push this button. Whoa. So, so it's a really good option. So as soon as Pudgy pushes it, it says, "Thank you for your interest in DaVinci Resolve. Click on this button to upgrade to the studio package." And I'm like, Pudgy, stop pushing buttons, because
your credit card doesn't need to be.
It's like, we just spent a fortune on your new model. I don't have the budget right, where I don't have the bandwidth right now to drop 300 on video editing software.
Oh, that sounds scary just as it is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's the thing. That 300 is a one-time license fee. You get every single upgrade afterwards, and it's just one time. So if you use 10 months of Premiere, you're spending $300. Whereas DaVinci Resolve, that $300 is good for however many years in the future it goes.
Oh, nice.
Just got I don't know. Screw Adobe, man. Screw Adobe. I'm So I was talking with this one guy who his father lives here, and then he was visiting, and he photographs wildlife as a hobby, and I'm like, oh, this and that. It's like, oh no, I gotta keep Photoshop and Lightroom. It's like, why? It's like, oh, I put all these notes in the metadata. I'm like, why would you? You know what? Hey, you poor man.
Well, actually, no, that does make sense for one reason. When you upload photos, sometimes that metadata will transfer over into whatever service you're using. So if someone were to download that photo, you're like, hey, look, there's a picture of an eagle covered in ice. And it's happened before. I found something really neat. I copied it onto my desktop, and then whenever I did properties on it, it says taken with Pentamax 12 millimeter. It had all the details from the artist, and it was really neat to see. And then down below it says, "I saw that you saved this picture."
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, because
don't distribute it. And I'm like, So I deleted it. Deleted the image, and I'm like, okay, I respect it.
Interesting.
But some metadata is really, really good, and most people they don't even bother with it.
Well, I mean, it depends on I have things that can add metadata, I have things that can scrub metadata, whatever the case may be. So
okay,
I'm gonna bounce. I need a nap. So
okay, you
All
take
right,
care,
I'll see
Max.
you guys later. Have a good day.
All right, bye, Max.
Take care, Max.
Bye.
Bye. All right, go ball. All right.
Well, you know what, everybody? Now that since Pudgy's not here, we can do the absolutely filthy jokes.
Awesome.
Welcome to Dolphin After Dark.
Dolphin After Dark, yeah. And hello, Sam Wolf, life of
Sam.
a military wife. Welcome. It's been a while. Glad you're here. And Snorter Poopus says the bear is tired and probably had Betty's around 7. Well, we got you for another 45 minutes. That's good. So, glad you told me about Stream Elements, because I've got to start thinking about where to move. Well, what have I got there? I pretty much use it for links to, like, put links on the YouTube thing. So, and like the tip link and
the time messages.
Yeah, the time messages. I primarily use it for that.
Yeah.
So,
well, good news. Streamlabs is very similar. It's also a free program. Uh, there's other bot services that you can use. Like Pudgy and I used to use Frosty Bot. Frosty, okay, but Frosty Bot, okay, it's got some other wrinkles to it. Then there was the other one that the VTubers use. They use Seri Bot. Now, one word of warning, everybody. If you're going to use the Seri Bot, SERY, okay, it's fine. But the guy that made Seribot, he did not disclose to everyone that's using his service, and it's a free service, but he didn't disclose that he can remote access into the bot at any time. So there was a lady, she's like laughing, typical wiggly lady. She's wiggling left and right and up and down and up and down and up and down. And Pudgy, I said to Pudgy, "What are you doing watching this? Don't pay any attention to the wiggles." And Cobalt, or Pudgy says the Cobalt, but Cobalt, the Whitleys are going in clockwise direction. And now I realize that Pudgy really is getting older.
Yeah.
They started to notice the Whittles.
Yeah.
And, but for her, what happened was all of a sudden the bot starts talking, and it's like it typically does automated messages. Well, it started talking to itself. Well, the guy, the creator, he had remote into her stream through the bot and was talking to her chat at the same time. So, one very nice thing that Twitch does is there's an emergency button. It's called shield mode. And if you activate shield mode, it basically slams the chat down, puts all the settings to ultra secure, maximum security, shuts down every single bot on the channel, and then she basically ended the stream to figure out what was going on. And then afterwards she put out a message on Twitter, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, did Seribot get hacked?" And then the guy responded, he's like, "No, that was me. I'm sorry." And then it turned out that he has remote access into this thing. So he apologized. He told everyone he wouldn't do it again, but at the same time, you still have to sort of be concerned about that in behind the scenes. There's also there's Nightbot. There's all sorts of different bots. That you can use to automate things, and it's really in the grand scheme of things, Stream Elements is still operational right now. It's just no one is exactly sure what the extent of their issues are, and when it will eventually when and if the service will eventually shut down. Chris, here's the thing, another company could swoop in and just buy them out. Streamlabs is owned technically by Logitech, the keyboard and mouse company.
Yeah. Interesting. Tim just brought up an interesting article. Of course, I can't read the whole article because I'm not a subscriber, but it says Schlitz beer production ends after 175 years. Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous, is no more. Pabst Brewing Company is ending production of Schlitz, which began as a Milwaukee tavern brewery and once was America's largest brewery. The company was bought by Pabst in 1999. Wow. I remember Schlitz. Yeah. Wow.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, because Schlitz was everywhere throughout the entire country, and then it pulled back and pulled back. I didn't even know it was still in production.
I didn't either. I was, coming to the Mason-Dixon. I mean, right now, all I ever see is like Yingling and I don't even notice any of the other beers.
Well, Yinling is northern Pennsylvania, but it's up around Pottsville somewhere. Up on the northern border.
Yeah.
I used to really like Rolling Rock whenever it was produced in Latrobe. Now, Rolling Rock got sold to Budweiser, and then they moved their distillery, the brewing plant out to St. Louis. And ever since they moved it to St. Louis, it doesn't taste right. It's because because of the water change.
Yeah.
So Rolling Rock was the big thing for the Western Pennsylvania region, and then the thing with beer is it was always regional. They're always there's little stuff, medium stuff. Of course, there's Budweiser everywhere.
Yeah. Wendy says Schlitz was the first beer my father let me taste when I was about 2. Oh, okay. And let's see. Well, you're at a game, so you're getting ready for a game. Let's see.
Yeah, and you figure her fingers are greasy from those brisket nachos.
Oh my God. I wish she'd. Oh God. I have to type that up and see what they look like. They just sound so good. Of course, not right now with my stomach being like a Cuisinart. Let's see. Oh, we got memes. Memes. So Pudgy is out playing out in the Friendship Town, huh? He let you handle business here at the pod, right?
Yeah, that's what's going on. I'm looking down the tree. He's busy running around with the bunnies and the squirrels right now. Looks like they're playing tag.
Okay.
I am too sexy for my perch.
Too
sexy for this church. So sexy it hurts.
Yeah, he does look like he's in a rather painful position. Banned by me. I didn't catch it right off the bat, but yep, there's Zuckerman.
Oh, since we got Zuck on the screen right now. All right, so Pudgy is on Instagram, and he's told me multiple times like he doesn't understand it. I've gone in to try to do it. Instagram way back when was just photos. It was a photo hosting site, and you could share photos, and that made sense. But now they've turned it into a combination of YouTube and TikTok and WhatsApp and all the other stuff. All right, so now Instagram has Threads. Threads is their version of Twitter, and structurally and system wise, Threads is pretty good in terms of trying to talk and find stuff. It's not as it's not as messed up as Twitter is in terms of, yeah, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
So
go on.
All right, so Instagram is they have a huge problem. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll switch that Geico.
Yeah. All right, go on. I won't go to any others till you finish the story. But go ahead.
All right, so Instagram, they basically what's happened is where you would typically do your posts and put your pictures and then Reels is like their video thing, like YouTube Shorts. So everyone had was basically they curated and they made their main account, like the Pudgy account would be their highlighted clips and everything, make it look pristine. Well, it turns out the way the YouTube, or not YouTube, the way the Instagram algorithm works is that it completely ignored everything on the on like the For You section, and instead it was referring external. So now what's happened is that they've realized, they went too far in the other direction, so they're doing this other thing, and once they implement the other thing, they're going to remove all the encryption from the private messages. So that means if you have any private messages on Instagram, not only Facebook can see them, but everyone else can eventually as well.
That's not good.
Yeah, they're basically trying to make it. They're going more into the Twitter direction, which is well, Twitter is a riddle wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a bologna sandwich, juggling chainsaws.
Yeah, that's true. I like that analogy. I really do. FKHC says you couldn't get Coors east of the Mississippi. That's true. Now you can. Now you can.
That's true. That's true. Coors was regional. And for the most part, you still can't get Mellow Yellow in Pennsylvania. Every so often I can find it, but it's few and far between.
Oh, they got it all the way down. They got it down here.
Well, Mellow Yellow is Coca-Cola, and the Mountain Dew is Pepsi. So this is still like Pennsylvania is still technically Pepsi territory.
Gotcha. Oh, historical figures, actors playing historical figure. Oh,
those are some good-looking cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
The one on the left was made by made by somebody that loves you, and is like, yeah, how much cheese? Yes. The one on the right is like, we're doing this for television. Everything has to look perfect.
Yeah. Snort has to go. He says, sorry, the old bear has zonked out, so leaving you with take care, every human, dolphin, doggo, Dalek, ferret, eagle, hedgehog, and Fair's leaf monkey. TM, a wholly owned subsidiary of the dolphinwars.com. All right, let's see what this monkey looks like.
Good night, Snort.
Night, Snort. Here's the monkey. Let's get out of here. Let's go. There he is, the Fair's monkey, the Fair's leaf monkey. And he looks like he's just having a nap himself. Thank you, Snort. Yep, that monkey is out.
Well, you know why the monkey's asleep? He was having too much fun at Doom Talk stream.
Yeah. What was it, 2:30 last night? We had to go to bed early, so. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, let's go back to these memes.
Oh, I don't know if you saw this. There was a post on Twitter earlier. So, Disney is going to make a Kylo Ren television show.
Why?
Well, because apparently there are still some people that like the sequel trilogy, and they want that to continue. Basically, when Doom Talk and all, and not just Doom Talk, Midnight's Edge, and all the typical guys, but whenever like Hollywood Reporter and other people were talking about, Disney's emergency escape plan to go back to the old trilogy, whenever normal and industry level people are starting to talk about, okay, well, this is how we bypass everything. Basically, it made certain individuals that are still like that content mad. So, of course, they're doing things now. Supposedly, the Darth Maul series is sort of okay. I don't care anymore because I know it's going to be crap. I dropped the Disney Plus subscription because A, it's expensive, and B, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
But I said to Pudgy one time, I'm like, hey, do you want to watch The Mandalorian? He's like, I want to go outside and play Cobalt. And I'm like, that's a good reason to drop the service.
Hello,
now,
Jason Love.
Hi, Jason. Now, when Mandalorian first came out, season 1, and I'm sure you remember, I'm sure everyone remembers that there wasn't any merchandise for it. And when it became a hit, all of a sudden, everyone started making merchandise for it. And Disney went crazy because they didn't have any stuff for it. And Baby Yoda, because he was new and exciting, everyone loved him. There was all this Baby Yoda stuff, and then Disney started suing all the different third parties, because, well, if anyone's going to make money, it's going to be them. Gosh darn it!
Yep.
So eventually, Baby Yoda was everywhere, and when he first came out, and it was like $60 for a Baby Yoda, and it was I was at Walmart, Pudgy's running around, it was like, can I go play in the bouncy ball section? I said, okay, just be careful. And then, later on, he's in the bouncy balls bouncing around. And then the Walmart employee says, is this your hedgehog? And like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. So get Pudgy out of the ball pit. And then he's pouting, because he wants to go back in the bouncy balls. And there's all these little kids like, I want to go in the bouncy pit too. And like, and there's an annoyed Walmart person standing there like, see what you've done. But anyway, there was this end cap with all these Baby Yodas, and they were child size. They were the big ones. And, every little kid that walked past hugged Baby Yoda. And then, as soon as he got hugged, of course, Baby Yoda had to go home with that kid. So, but to this day, if I go to Ollie's or any of the discount places, there are Baby Yodas everywhere. Tons and tons of Baby Yodas. So there's so much of this merchandise still floating around. They don't have to make anything new. They can just take it out of the back, put it on the floor again.
Yeah.
So
we've got a Baby Yoda. He's right now. It was meant for a trike toy, and it's laying on the floor. This trike won't play with it.
Well, you know what you need to do?
What?
Go to the hobby store, get a model rocket kit, attach Baby Yoda to the model rocket, set up your camera, do a short, and then launch Baby Yoda, like, I'm sending this to Dope Talk, and then fire Baby Yoda up into the sky, and then
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I'll have to do that.
Or the other option, and this is very dangerous, boys and girls. So you don't do this at home. You could technically put the Baby Yoda into a pit along with an M80.
Ooh, yeah. Well, hey, that's not so far-fetched. We used to have a TV host back in the day, back when I was younger and impressionable, and he would take models, put firecrackers in them, and on the commercial break of a horror movie, he would show that car, set the firecracker fuse, and then videotape the explosion. Those were cool. Yes, those were epic. So yeah, no, not so far-fetched. Stand by, I have a technical difficulty here.
Okay. All right, chat. Here's the big question. What's your favorite movie with a wiggly lady? We can talk about anything we want. Pudgy's not here today. We don't have to worry about the censor blankie.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, what I just discussed, Chad, don't tell Raymond.
What?
Not.
Okay, nothing, huh? Okay. So let's see. No one else. Okay.
That's the sad part now with the way local television is. it used to be that after, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, late at night, the local TV stations would, they would do local programming. Like Pittsburgh was Chili Billy Tardelli, and he did the horror movies, and
Uh-huh.
it wasn't like he was doing any crazy things. He was just just a creepy guy on the black and white television, but he would interview directors and makeup artists. There'd be some really neat stuff, and he was a staple in Pittsburgh for the
Okay.
longest time.
I'm back.
Yay.
Hello.
And then you said, Raymond, that there was a guy out in Cleveland, with the fire. Hi.
Are you guys hearing me?
We didn't hear you, but it sounds like you can't hear what I'm saying.
Okay, because it's the, let's see, because I think I lost Cobalt.
Oh, no. Raymond can't hear me right now.
It's you.
It's me?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, we can hear Sandra. And Sandra gets quiet because she knows we know.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Working.
Okay.
I could say anything I want, and he's not going to be able to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's right, Sandra.
Okay. Looks like I'm back.
Can you hear me now?
Hello. Can you hear me?
No, Raymond still can't hear
Hello,
me.
Fez or Death Paul 100. Hold on.
So, Sandra, what's your opinion on brown butter?
No.
And that you're still having a problem.
Okay. I'm gonna
I've never had brown butter. I've had brown bread. And Randy keeps interrupting us. What are we going to do with him?
Yeah, to make brown butter, basically you put a stick of butter or a chunk of butter, depending on what you're doing. Hey, it's the Cobalt Show! Yay! But anyway, you put the butter, you melt it down, and then you keep melting and melting and melting, and then basically, you keep cooking and stirring, and eventually what happens is the butter starts to brown, and it takes on more of a nutty smell. It's really good for cookies. But the thing is, it takes extra time to do. Let's see. Wendy, Gumby's attacking. Sandra, what's your view on a flat tax? Cover my 6, I'm moving in. Okay. Well, all right. Here's the thing with a flat tax. The flat tax could work, but the problem with doing a flat tax is the only way the flat tax would work is if you're able to maintain constant spending levels. So, if you have everybody paying in 10%, it could potentially work as long as you keep your expenses that it doesn't go above the 10% level. But the big problem with the flat tax is if you implement a flat tax and you take out all the deductions along with it, and everyone just pays 10%. Well, there's a lot of people that have spent hundreds upon hundreds of millions of dollars trying to figure out ways to not pay any taxes. And if all of a sudden that they have to pay 10%, they'll go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they will come up with all sorts of ways. So, if they ever do implement a flat tax in this country, there will be so many loopholes and exceptions and whatnot that eventually it's going to turn into, oh yeah, all of our taxes are at 10%, except for Amazon. They still they still pay 0.
I'm back. I don't know what
Yay.
happened. I don't know what happened.
We did hear you perfectly fine. You just couldn't hear, what
Yeah,
I
I
was
think
saying.
it was the microphone that just malfunctioned. I don't know.
Yeah,
I had
and then Sandra could hear me, and we're talking about butter.
Brown. Oh, let's see. Well, let's all right. Let's see. Death Paul, also known, I guess, as Fez. He says, "Hail all, I'm trapped at my niece's birthday party. All young girls acting strange. Out of cigarettes, cold tacos, canned Diet Coke. Help!" Well, I don't know how we can Sandra says, "How do you know they're acting strange? Young girls are strange by nature." That is true. That is true. Let's see. Yeah, we had a little bit of a green screen issue and everything. Gumby is back. Gumby is back. I don't know. I may have to bring those AIs or those pictures back. All right, we got the cheeseburgers. Oh, both of those look good, even though my heart is doing flip-flops and my belly is doing flip-flops.
Of course, the big question, the burger on the left, burger on the right, are you gonna go with like ketchup and mustard, or are you doing mayonnaise?
Mayo. No, I'll do barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah, barbecue sauce would work. Along with smoked bacon.
Oh, I can't use bacon, so but barbecue sauce. Ah! It's for luck. Oh, that's good. I know you.
Wait, that's Troy.
No, that's Joan Collins.
Oh yeah, that is
from Dynasty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now that makes sense.
Yep. Oh no, not this nightmare. Not this nightmare. Soon to be Ohio, Upper Ohio, Lower Ohio, Future Ohio. No.
Hey,
no.
so and then there's what?
There's Florida.
Yeah.
I like that cold one.
Hey, Comic Relief Crusade. Comic Relief Crusade is trying, along with all the other people from Alberta are trying to get away, and then what happens if they get away and they get absorbed into Ohio?
A fate worse than death. Oh, Sergeant Bilko.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sergeant Bilko cleaning up Clark.
I found a T-shirt a long time ago, and it wasn't in my size. And I was like, "Oh, come on, please!" So it was a Marvel shirt, and it was all the Marvel characters from the comic books, not the movies. And it was Deadpool, and he had they were playing poker, and and Deadpool, his cards were like 6, 7, Joker, all of his cards were crap. And he was putting all the chips in, and then you see Wolverine with his hand over his eyes, and all the other characters, the pantheon of all the Marvel characters, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He's putting all the chips in, and he's got a Joker card, in his hand, and then in the background there was like, Kingpin and all the villains, and it was a really good shirt, but of course, it was in size extra small, and I'm like, "Oh, come on, really?"
Oh, darn.
Yeah, the two people that are extra small, they're like, "Oh, look at all the shirts."
Mm-hmm. Wendy says, "I can promise you, Texas will be not lower. Well, Texas will not be lower effing Ohio."
Well, Wendy, you have a choice. You can be Lower Ohio, or you can be Western Mississippi.
Waits in line for brisket nachos. Okay. Let's see. All right, we got that one. Han shot first. That's good. That's good.
Han shot only.
Yeah. Sandra says Han shot only. Waits in line for. You know, if too bad you can't get a picture of that for. I gotta check. I've got. My taste buds. My taste buds are acting more like they want them than my belly. But let's see. Brisket.
Honestly, if you're going to a ballpark, and that's the thing, now ballparks have, they have nachos and, and in the case of Wendy, brisket nachos, every other ballpark, they have nachos, with the neon yellow cheese. But, it's a really good baseball food.
What?
The big hot pretzel with the salt on it.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
And it used to be that if you, like some of the ballparks, not like the little pretzel. I'm talking a big one,
Yeah, the big
where
ones.
where it takes two hands to hold the thing.
Yeah.
But it used to be they would give you a large cup of cheese or a large cup of mustard, and now it's like, do you want mustard? It's like, yes, I want mustard. Okay, it's 50 cents, and you get like a teaspoon of it. It's a little shot glass of mustard.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Now, big question, everybody. You did that big pretzel. Are you going with yellow mustard, or are you going with stone ground mustard? Because the stone ground, it's the dark, the dark brown mustard where it's got more of a spice to it.
Mm. Does it look like this? Well, it's at a ball game, so it's going to be probably different, Wendy. But let's see. Does it look like that? Oh, that looks good.
Oh, that looks fine.
Yeah. I would go stone. I would go stone brown mustard. But Sandra says no mustard on a pretzel. If it's still warm, then butter on it. Ooh.
Oh yeah, especially garlic butter. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Now we're talking about food here. That's what we need to talk about. Oh, let's see. What else do they got there?
Yeah, if you think about ballparks, typically, the big pretzel, obviously a hot dog, and ketchup and mustard on the hot dog, unless if you're in Chicago, they won't put ketchup on hot dogs.
Yeah. Ew.
They put pickles.
Okay. Soft warm pretzel with nacho cheese on top. Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Sam, come on up. If you're still here. Oh, look at that. Chicken wings on a waffle.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That is yummy.
If you want to really mess with someone from the South, and Raymond's like he's on the border right now, but if you want to mess with someone from like the deep South, you say, what type of chicken and waffles do you want? And it will mess with them because they only know one type, fried chicken on waffles. But if you get up to Amish country in Pennsylvania, there is a different type of chicken and waffles. It's cream chicken. So, and or like chicken and chicken gravy on top of waffles, and that also tastes really, really good.
Now
there was a diner that was around here that is not in business anymore, but it was it was one whole Belgian waffle that they would cut down and they turned into, so the waffle was the bread. There was nuclear hot chicken tenders. So it was chicken
Ooh.
tenders, but it was dipped in that crazy hot sauce, and then they
Oh.
used and then they put hot honey on it, and
Mm.
and shredded pepper jack. It was like
Mhm.
it was hot waffles, and it was like, oh,
Mm.
that was good. All right, so that's Lieutenant Dan, and is that the what, Misery?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a movie they don't play often anymore.
Yanni's family was getting worried when he started printing tweets to read on Shabbos. Oh, the short way to do it. The short way to do it. She's going to check in later. She needs both hands to get. I can imagine. So,
Okay.
take care,
all
Wendy.
right. Bye, FKHC.
Yeah, take care, FKHC. All right. Yeah, there's so much. Nachos is one thing. They didn't have like all the fancy stuff up in Cleveland when I went to ball games there. They just did the usual stuff and maybe burgers, brats. So yeah, I mean a brisket.
Yeah, baseball games they typically stick to standard fare. Cracker Jacks was another big one.
Yeah.
Because I'm old enough to remember whenever you would get the box of Cracker Jacks that there was something
The little
in
toy.
the little toy, and then it turned into like a sticker. It's like, oh wow, a sticker. And the sticker didn't work right either.
Yeah, that's true. I remember the little games that used to be in Cracker Jacks.
Yeah. Back in the day, that Cracker Jacks had something really neat in it, and now it's then it turned into just the box of Cracker Jacks, and then it was like and it used to be that Cracker Jacks had a good distribution of caramel popcorn and peanuts in it, and then eventually it just turned into the caramel popcorn. It's like, okay. Who remembers when baseball cards had bubble gum in them?
Oh, me.
And it wasn't good bubble gum, but every pack had it.
Yeah.
Last time I took Pudgy, to the Big Blue store with a W on the outside, next to the checkout line was all the trading cards.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. How much do you think one pack of baseball cards was?
$10.
20.
20 with
$20 for a pack of baseball cards and no gum in them.
Oh, you gotta have the gum. A card with no gum scent is sacrilege.
Now they had a lot of the boxes of the sports cards and the other trading cards. There was it was like a box set of like 20 packs, and those were like 50. And then there was there's still basketball cards, which surprises me. And those ones were like 70. And then there was a little sticker, a little display thing that said Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards are available at the service desk, and that's because of the scalpers that are basically infesting the stores for all those cards. Pokemon cards are in such high demand, and the scalpers go in and they will they'll go to a shelf and they'll take every single Pokemon item off the shelf, and they're camping out at the stores because there's a huge market to flip the cards and flip the products. And so what's happened is that it turned into the latest of the Beanie Babies. So parents are paying triple or quadruple to get these stupid Pokemon cards. Well, so what's happened is that parents have now finally said to their kids, no, I can't afford Pokemon cards. So the little kids drifted over to something, a new card game with collectible cards for One Piece, which is a pirate anime. And now all the scalpers, they can't sell the Pokemon cards because, the parents that were desperately buying their packs at inflated prices, they've all started to buy readily available One Piece packs. So now the scalpers are over there and they're hoarding all of that. And it's like,
wow.
It's definitely insane. I said to the checkout squirrel, I'm like, hey, do you get a lot of people wanting Pokemon cards? And she says, oh, don't get me started on that. Apparently, because the store with the W used to be a 24/7 one, and they switched it so it's only open 18 hours a day. So, but it's at like 3:00 in the morning. There, she said, there's like 15 cars out in the parking lot, and they're camping in front of the doors because they know the next Pokemon shipment's coming in.
Oy vey. Wow. Hello, Wallace Lang, and hello, Maria with T and Telly. Welcome. It has been a long time, Maria. And
hello.
As usual, hello, Wallace. Yeah. So Pokemon card games are still a thing, huh?
Yeah, it's still a thing, and the scalpers are still going crazy, but it's really funny to watch the various YouTube things. So the scalpers, they have their YouTube channels, and and there's all those haul video channels like, I went out and bought $1,000 worth of Pokemon cards. Let's open them up on stream. That is a thing, and everyone gets hyped. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! $1,000 worth of Pokemon cards.
Why?
And well, content.
Yeah.
It's no longer the card game. It's no longer collecting the cards. But it's just basically, look at me.
Yeah. Well, it's like that those little commercials that you have to deal with while watching YouTube presentations, or you're playing games, and you see something called Whatnot, and that seems to be the big thing where you're getting cards, and you're getting cards via Whatnot, and it's the next new shiny thing, or as I call it, the next new sock puppet. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if we call things sock puppets because I go under the philosophy that I can make a sock puppet and give it say like aviation. I can make a sock puppet aviation related, and people will be crawling over to me wanting to buy it from me because I've said it's something aviation related. So yeah, these are sock puppets.
Yeah. Well, the company that is the Funko Pop company, they're still working their way through Chapter 11 bankruptcy right now. I am very curious because Funko Pops are still a thing. There's still people collecting them. It's not like the mad dash anymore, and now it's turned into where it's the mature, aging sort of market. The older collectors are still going after Funko Pops. The thing is that when GameStop made their bid for eBay, the first thought that crossed my mind was, how many Funko Pops do they have? Because GameStop is one of the exclusive distributors for Funko Pops. And if they have millions of Funko Pops in storage, if they were to own eBay, they that would be an easy way to unload all of that stuff, because apparently there there are huge warehouses down in Arizona and New Mexico. We're talking like Amazon level warehouses, like hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of square foot of storage that are
Mhm.
loaded from floor to ceiling. They got shipping containers out back full of them, where it's just, and there's more that come from China every day. Funko Pops, just more and more and more. So, whenever GameStop, was gonna, they made their offer, and eBay, basically laughed at them. But you know, that's the only way that you're gonna be able to work through those supplies. And I tell people, all the time, it's like, if you want to collect something, that's great. Have fun, play with it,
Mhm.
but know this: you're not gonna make a fortune selling this stuff, because whenever when I sold my Star Wars toys,
Mhm.
and I got more than I thought that I would get for him. And the guy said, that bought him off of me, he's like, I I'm just collecting these things because it's a thing to do. Uh, my house is full of Star Wars, and my wife
Uh-huh.
keeps his wife kept telling him, "What are you going to do with all this stuff? There's no market for it anymore. You got to stop buying it."
Wallace asks Cobalt, how's Pudgy today?
Pudgy's doing good. He's running around and playing with the bunnies and squirrels right now.
Ah, he decided to tap out and let you tap in, huh?
Yeah, this is one of those rare moments when he lets me do stuff.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Cool. And it's good to have you on.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the invite.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking on Facebook and I'm seeing all this stuff with the spirit debacle, and it just makes me sad.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. All right, so Spirit Airlines, they declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy the first time. They went through the process. They got rid of some debt. They restructured things. They emerged from bankruptcy, and they were doing not good, but they were doing better.
Mm-hmm.
And you throw in this whole business of what's happening right now, and the gas prices shoot up, and
Mm-hmm.
basically they made it so that there was no way that they could operate. Now, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
They could have raised their prices. They could have kept things going. There's things they could have done. They did
Yeah.
not necessarily need to go into Chapter 7. And now the big thing, the big question is, because there's, they have hundreds of planes that are being flown to, to the plane,
The
plane
boneyard,
store, the boneyards. So there's all these. I Drake.
Yeah, trikes. Hello, trike.
Yeah, so there's all these videos and stories and news things where where people are tracking where the Spirit planes are going. Apparently, there's a group of crazy fans that are up to $300 million of pledges to try to buy the airline. I don't know if that's going to go anywhere, but it's very strange that some one of the other carriers didn't go and say, like, hey, because Spirit was a publicly traded company.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't go in and like, hey, we're going to buy all your stock, for pennies on the dollar, and rename it to Dolphin Airlines or
Yeah.
or
Hey, I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's lots of things they could have done, but instead they went, the whole chapter, Chapter 7 thing. There's a lot of details behind the scenes that we don't know.
Right.
And, and it, there's a lot of consternation going on right now because they wanted to merge with JetBlue and they got told no because of antitrust. And antitrust
Yeah.
is a good thing.
Yeah.
The antitrust review is a good thing. Because if Spirit had been allowed to merge in with JetBlue, well, you know what that would have meant. Eventually, JetBlue would have shut down Spirit.
Mhm.
Anyway, and instead of 17,000 people out of work, that would have been 15,000 people out of work. They would have
Right.
would have kept some. Who knows? They might have even just shut down the Spirit routes. Because that's the thing. You buy your competitor to shut them down, and that was a concern at the time whenever they said no to the Spirit merger.
Yeah, but they had a lot of profitable routes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Whatever to Orlando was one of their big profitable routes.
Mhm.
And speaking of Orlando, there's a meme that's going around right now and that's been confirmed. Do you know that it's cheaper to fly to Tokyo, stay in Tokyo, go to Tokyo Disney,
Mhm.
and then fly back? A 1-week vacation to Tokyo Disney is now cheaper than going to Florida
Oh my.
because of all the fees and everything that's going on down there. So there are now people saying, if it's the same price or cheaper, I'll go to Tokyo Disney. I'll go to now it's Disney France. It used to be
Mhm.
Euro Disney, and I'll go to one of these international places. So now Florida is like, no, 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 no. Don't go to Japan
Yeah,
because there's no income tax in Florida. The way they make their money is by all the sales taxes.
that's true. That's true. We have not been to Florida since our graduation, in 15.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, long time ago, went to Fort Myers, and Fort Myers, nice place. That's where Thomas Edison's winter house is,
Uh-huh.
and there's a museum in the Thomas Edison the house and his laboratory, and it was fascinating. There was a Thomas Edison, and then there was another big time person that was across the street from him, and I can't remember the name of the other guy. He was an author, and the author house was like, it was like 110 inside the house, and the tour guide is just droning on and on about one of the author's works. And then you go across the street to the Thomas Edison place, and the entire place is air conditioned. It's like, oh, thank God. But in the museum, they had the original Edison bulbs that he had created, and they still, and this is like in the mid 90s when I went down there, the bulbs were 50 years old and still burning bright. They were electrical bulbs, and the filament that he had created for those bulbs, he had made 50 to 70-year-old bulbs, of life. And it's amazing. If he had the technology when he invented it, it makes you wonder, why didn't they implement that? But then, as soon as the words come out of your mouth, and it's like, oh, money. You can't have a bulb last 70 years with no maintenance. There's no money in it. That's the reason why they made light bulbs burn out after 40 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Of course, nowadays it's very hard to find any like actual filament bulbs. They're either
they're LED.
Well, they're either CFLs or the LEDs. And honestly, now that the LEDs are have been out for enough time, they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing is that they don't do well on dimmer switches. I did find some that will work on dimmers, but it's like hit or miss.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that I don't have LEDs much in the house here. I mean, slowly but surely. But yeah.
Yes, everyone, welcome to Light Bulb Chat
Hello.
on Chain Dolphin TV.
Yeah, light bulb chat. The lighter side of chat. Dun-dun-tsh. Those original light bulbs were created by both Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
True.
Tesla was working on his wireless energy transmission system, and that was about when he was whenever he passed away, and he had a system where he could pull electricity out of the air, like the lightning, and would be able to transmit the power wirelessly. It's one of those things that it makes you wonder if he had lived longer, and also if he had proper support, if he could ever got that system working, because it would have been awesome to not have to have electrical power lines everywhere. You just have your Tesla bulb up on top of the roof, or the Tesla transmitter, and get the power that way. Of course, there was a test that was done by NASA back in the 80s, early 80s. And it was their first attempt at microwave transmission. And basically what they did is they put a big mirror up in space on one of their satellites, and they aimed the mirror to this place out in the desert with a solar collector, and their test worked fine. They got everything working properly, and they were able to focus the light beam into this one area, and onto a solar collector, and they were making crazy amounts of power off of this until they realized what the side effect was. So, like, the ambient temperature in the desert was like 90 degrees. Where the solar collector was, it was at like 200.
Ouch.
Because they had focused the power of the sun into one spot, and and that was an idea at the time, but it's what NASA had great ideas, and then all of a sudden they just sort of fizzled out, and they stopped working on them.
Yeah. So true. Oh, I gotta bring this up. I just gotta figure out. Okay, there it is. Oh, I must have Sandra.
Yeah. What?
Oh, 85th anniversary. Oh, wow. Oh, that is so cool.
Oh, nice. It's a duck.
It's a duck. It's a Jeep transformed into a duck.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What? I can't see you. Nikola Tesla died a broken man in 1960.
Yeah.
But his name goes on, thanks to Elon.
Yeah, that's very true, Wallace. The solar panels fried birds when they were in mid-flight. That was one of the limitations and concerns with that solar redirect system.
Yeah. Well, look at right now, the with the fans with the windmills and all the birds that those are killing in a more brutal fashion. because the tips up there, the tips of the blades, they're going at supersonic speeds.
Mm-hmm.
I hate flying over those things.
Well, you got to figure, there's okay. We know about the two sides in America. And I'm not gonna bring it up. There's always, the ones that say, "Oh, well, we can't go 100% solar, we can't go 100% wind or tidal, or no. We're not talking about going full wind, full solar, full full. It's one extra way of making power to bring on capacity.
Yeah.
The big thing, because everyone was all worried years and years ago about how all the electrical cars were going to drain the power grids, and that we're not going to have enough house power or business power because we're going to be charging cars, and that's the reason why we had to stop electric vehicles and go back to gas. And meanwhile, here in Pennsylvania, it snows and electrical vehicles aren't good in the snow. But so they were able to stop the electric car proliferation, but now we have to worry about data centers every which direction, which take even more power than an electrical vehicle.
Yeah. And hello, Comic Relief Crusader, Yoj. Yeah. I don't know what's with all these data centers that are going up.
Well, it's okay. It's because of AI. It's because of all the different things. If you think about it, what was the big thing in the 80s? Where everyone was, they were opening them up as fast as possible. Like manufacturing plants.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, a lot of them were closing because it was cheaper to go to Mexico. Then eventually Mexico went to China or other places.
Mm-hmm.
But there were all those places. They were opening businesses. All sorts of capacity. And then what happened over 10, 15 years, especially once the tax breaks ran out, all the places closed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to be the same thing. The reason why all these data centers are opening every which direction is because the states are bending over, fighting each other. Oh, we'll give you 10 years tax free, or we'll give you 15 years tax free. A lot of cases, they weren't required to. They weren't required to explain how they would use power, use water. They just open up the place, and then all of a sudden, everyone's getting $800 electrical bills.
Mm-hmm.
There's one state, I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head, but they just said to the latest data center, okay, you can open, but you have to tell us how you're going to generate the power that you need. So basically, they told the data center, you can open as long as you're able to generate your own power.
Mm-hmm.
So, if that becomes a requirement, that says that you can open your data center, but only if you generate your own power, that would greatly slow down those things. But, it's all about processing capacity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And hello, Phantom Upsider. How you doing, pal?
Hey, Phantom. Yeah, there's a data center that's being built that it's not operational yet, but it's going to be fairly soon in Arizona. That it is 5 Amazon warehouses wide.
Oh, wow.
They've calculated that it is essentially the city of Tucson in one building worth of power that they're going to have to draw from the electrical grid. There's not enough power in the Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, in the tri-state area to generate for this one plant. And they're trying to figure out how they're going to be able to power this thing. But then also, here's the other problem. What does an Arizona have?
What does
Water.
Water yet?
These things are water cooled.
Yeah.
So the only way that they're going to get the water is they're going to have to drill a well, and they're going to have to pump the water out of the ground for, to run the cooling systems for this plant. So Arizona already has a problem where it used to be to drill a 50-foot well and get water. Well, now farmers are having to drill 200-foot wells to get to water. And once this data center goes online, it's going to drain all the water. So those farmers are going to have to drill 500-foot wells. Of course, here's the problem: how far down is the water table until you eventually get to the rock where there is no more water.
Yeah.
And what happens when that data center pulls all the water out of the ground and the entire state has no more water?
Yep. Let's see. Elon suggested, and wait, let's see. Hold on a second. Let's see. Wendy says, "My boy Altuve hits a leadoff HR." Okay. Yay.
Yay.
Elon suggested and Trump approved plans that the new data centers will be built with their own power generation supply. They're going to have to.
Yeah.
So going forward, data centers will need to pay to create power plants that must cover the usage as they won't be allowed to suck off the grid, which makes sense to me.
Yeah. And then it will lead into the next problem. What type of power plants do they have to build? Because, okay, here's the thing. Papa Eagle used to work in power plants. And way back whenever Baron Ormontaud would stop by with his father, because his dad was a millwright too, and he worked at power plants. You can't put coal plants everywhere because coal plants need to be near railroad lines, because obviously there is going to be a lot of material, a lot of coal needed to run the plant. Now, you could do natural gas, but the natural gas plants have to be where the natural gas fields are. So that's going to be, that's going to restrict where certain things go. Yep. So the only other thing, you could do nuclear, but the last nuclear plant that came online was, it came online in the 80s. So America hasn't had a nuclear plant for over 40 years.
Yeah.
So, there's very little chance that would pop up. So the only other thing that could be a thing would be garbage burning plants.
Yeah, that would make sense. There's a lot of garbage.
There is a garbage burner in New Jersey. And they, for decades, they've talked about closing. Oh, it's terrible for the environment. But, it's one of the key plants that supplies the New York City region, the metro area with power. So they can't take it offline. And over in Korea, they have garbage burners. And the Korean garbage burning plants are able to generate tremendous amounts of power and still be environmentally compliant. They have the scrubbers and everything. So if they start building garbage burners, that is going to be a thing, but you're going to have people that have big houses and big places with hundreds of acres out in the country. They're going to start going crazy when all these garbage trucks start going 24/7 up the road to the data center plant.
Yeah, but that's a good way to get rid of that. That's a good way to provide power.
Yeah. Now they could put windmills. They could put, the other thing is geothermal, but geothermal also has its restrictions because you got to be over certain areas to have geothermal power work.
Right. Yeah. And you got to drill. You have to drill.
And I believe you have to drill like 1,000 feet down, and then there's the loops and the pipes, and then with our luck, we're going to someone's going to drill a shaft down, and they're going to drill into Pennywise's cave, and then the clown comes up, and then Stephen King up in Maine, he's like, "I told you."
Elon suggested the nuclear pods. I suggest those that use thorium as that they have zero emission and zero chance of meltdown, as if they melt down, the liquid salts turn solid and the reaction stops. I know they're starting to also do some mini nuclear plants. The military is starting to think about putting those on bases.
Hey, it's definitely an idea.
Yeah. There's one in Burnaby and Vancouver.
Yeah, garbage burner.
Yeah. And a 2-car garage size area with 2 thorium pods can power half of New York City. Yeah.
Yeah, so all in all, this is going to turn into a situation where we're going to have to, because not only do we have to bring up power generation, supplies, but also here's the other problem. All the electrical transmission lines are 40 to 60 years old. So they've been talking for decades. We need to replace the power transmission lines. We need to fix, we need to change, we need, and what's happened is that instead of fixing, changing, and replacing, the company that owns the lines, they just sell to another company, and they sell to another company, and they might update, like 10 miles somewhere, and it costs thousands upon thousands of dollars, or millions. I remember during the Clinton years, they were talking about, electrical transmission capability and the smart grids. And then, they put money in there to help pay for the upgrades. And then next Congress took the money out. Like, no, we don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah. Tim says, what got me is when they wanted to put a solar power stuff next to one of the battlefields in Virginia. Oh God, those farms are everywhere.
Someone made a very good point about the solar farms. So they're renting farmland, or they're renting pasture land to put these solar farms. Put them on top of businesses. There's strip malls everywhere. There's actual real malls, in other places. The ones that haven't been torn down yet. Just load up those places with solar panels, and just okay, this is a solar farm. But no, they want to put them out in the field for some reason.
Yeah. And says thorium is not favored in the military, as thorium reactors produce no fissionable materials for nukes. See, did not say bomb. Oops. No, you did not say it, so that's fine. The wisest thing would be to diversify our energy sources. True. And of course, Tim says one good EMP would doom us all. That is true. Yeah. You remember, you were up in Pennsylvania in 2003 during the great blackout on the East Coast.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yep. The entire East Coast went dark for 3 days. Off of a transmission, off of a transformer. Yep. It was a transformer that caused the entire grid to go black.
And
I know,
we're not talking like Autobot or Decepticon here. We're just talking about the ones from the ones from New Jersey.
Yeah. And I was in the air doing flight training and lost lost contact with the control tower. The only ones talking were other airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a nasty. It was a very scary time.
And this is one of those other things. Like, okay, how many of the old movies, and when I say old movies, like 80s and 90s, whenever something would happen, they would always say, well, we need to go to the emergency backup generators. At least that way the tower would still have power to be able to direct the air traffic. Uh, we need to activate the emergency lights. They were on their own separate generator. A lot of the airfields are like, oh, well, we can save money by not having separate standby electrical powers. It's like, no, we'll just be off the main grid. It will never go down, and then it goes down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's why you build a concrete garage structure for the thorium reactors at the site and then run electric from generators from building. If you put the solar power stuff in the middle of the circuit, good, it works there.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's why in parallel, they should rewire off the grid with shielded graphite cables to shield against EMP. All right.
Again, all good things, but here's the problem. Money.
Money.
To do it properly, it's going to cost a lot of money, and that's money that's better spent on stuff that is we're getting right up against the rules of King Dolphin TV. So
yeah. All right, let's we got about a half hour to go, so let's lighten up the place. And
so at the suggestion of Sandra, back to the flat tax discussion.
Back to the but warm up with what do cows do on date night?
What?
Go to the movies. What do cows say when they hear a bad joke? I am not amused. Why do French people eat snails? They don't like fast food. Oh dear. Oh dear. A message. What's going on? I did have the banner off. Yeah. Okay.
You still have it on.
Remember that after the East Coast blackout, 9 months later, there were a baby boom. Yeah. I want to know. I was single at the time.
Yeah, that was BS before Sandra.
It was before Sandra. Okay, come on. Yeah. Come on. Oh boy. Let's see. Come on. All right. And this is one that doesn't get old. This is one that does not get old. Did you see the one where Pudgy is chewing on Gumby's face?
Yeah, that was silly.
Yeah. And then there's the one where, yeah, and then there's the one that, let's see, and then there's the one where Gumby's just, he doesn't know what he's facing. He does not know what he's facing there.
All these AI pictures are really silly. and every week, every month, they're getting better and better. And that's part of the reason why that there's all these data centers every which direction, because to do the really good stuff, it needs a lot of processing capability.
Mhm.
So Pudgy talked about this on the Thursday show, because Pudgy's doing Thursday shows on YouTube now.
Okay.
And the art police stopped by Pudgy's channel.
Oh.
So yeah, so VTubers and people that do that sort of style of YouTube and Twitch broadcasts, they have to deal with art police. And basically, it's people that believe that AI art is bad, and therefore, because it is done by a computer, it's stealing people's jobs away, and it's bad for the environment. A lot of things. Now, all of this stuff that Pudgy was using,
Yeah.
was fine. Now, at the time of purchasing the artwork, there was no mention of AI anywhere. Now, later on, whenever I went in to double check what he was using, there were mentions that some of it was AI or AI assisted, and basically, as part of whenever you use artwork for a show, you have to disclose where it came from. It's just standard practice. So it's not like we were hiding any of this information, because it was in the credit list. Blank, it was used from blank, and A from B, and all the details. Well, so the art person that was mad, that caused all of this, they went through and itemized every single thing that he was using, and then and they weren't. This is the part that makes me really annoyed and made Pudgy annoyed. They didn't go to Pudgy directly and said, "Hey, Pudgy, X, Y, and Z is bad. You shouldn't use it." No, they went through a third party, and that third party had to, be in the middle of this, and that was no fair to them. So, but so Pudgy's now removed all the offending artwork, and has now gone to, well, in the words of me, I'm like, I made him crappy replacements. So because my level of artistic ability is more of,
that's the same with me. I'm not an artist, so
I have a commercial printing background. I don't have an artistic background, so I could do things that would be structurally fine, but not like artistic fine. So, but we've commissioned some replacement artwork that's made by an actual person. But so here's the thing: some of the offending pieces that they were so mad about, okay, it didn't take away an artist's job. And a human artist prompted it, pulled the information from the AI site to get that image, but then they animated it. So there was an artist that worked on the thing, because all the stuff that we were using was animated artwork, where the characters would move, or like it would twinkle, or storm in the background. It was all good stuff. But we didn't want to, because it's just us. It's like, do I have Pudgy put his paw down and say, "No, we're not going to change," and then a dozen or hundreds of crazy art people show up and start causing problems, or do we just take it down and not deal with it anymore? So it's like, okay, fine.
Yeah, well, it's crazy. Hello, Marcelo Lopez. How you doing? And let's see. Marcelo Lopez says, hello to the jab. And Wallace says, I wanted a lifelike image of Silver Age Superman. Asked Meta AI to create him, so it produced a Christopher Reeve-like Superman instead.
Hey, that's silly. Every time I would put in George Washington into Adobe AI, it would always come out with someone from Jamaica. Well, because George Washington was British and colony, so it kept referencing British colonies, which Jamaica is a British colony.
True. All right, more memes. Love this post, and the cat gets it, and I mean it. Don't mess with a cat. U.S. government releases previously classified UFO photo. Mary Poppins. Greek Navy. We have thousands of years of maritime tradition. Carthaginian Navy. Our civilization was created by explorers, and it's based on sea trade and strong seamen. Roman Navy. We found a stranded ship, copied it, added a ramp, and conquered the whole sea with it. I am Vulcan. No, I am Vulcan. From hell's heart, I stab at thee. For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee. For Pete's sakes, Con, eat a Snickers. Smiles, everyone. Smiles. I've seen it. Yeah,
that's a good one.
That is a good one. I don't care what Admiral Akbar said. Mr. Spock set a course for Narnia. We'll get that one ring, even if we have to kill Voldemort and every Sith Lord from Middle Earth to Kronos. I could see him saying that. I am not a big Patty Stew fan. Admiral, do you have any advice for the Kobayashi Maru test? Have you tried this old trick? Up arrow, down arrow, up, down, right, or left, right, BA. Go get him, Lieutenant. That's probably what he did, and it probably worked. Join Starfleet. We'll get together, have a few laughs. He wears his red shirt.
That would have been a great cameo in Stargate, SG-1 if that had happened, just even as a blooper.
Yeah.
But it's a Wright's nightmare along with this one.
Yeah. It's bigger on the inside. Fascinating. Well, yeah, we've seen this one. Because Pentagon releases never before seen UFO images. Yeah. I just, I hear all this UFO talk, and it's just, people have got to be real and think about the laws of physics. I've been listening to stuff by Leonard Susskind, and who's the other? Feynman. And they're pretty much saying physics is not going to let anybody visit us. So, people, get a grip. Jason Love asks, oh yeah, what's Pudgy's thought on the Sonic movies with Jim Carrey?
He liked them.
Oh, okay.
I'm more of a fan of Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, because he did a good job as Dr. Robotnik. And, then the second one where he was playing Grandpa Robotnik as well. That one was pretty good, especially the clip with the dance number.
Comic says, well, you could have hired me like you asked a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's true, comic. But see, here's the thing: we asked you for examples of your work, and what you are able to do it didn't match what we needed. So,
Okay. Money solution. NASA starts asteroid mining as there were over 2,000 near Earth objects worth an estimated $1 trillion each. That's how you fund things. Yeah, but how do you bring it down to Earth?
yeah, and then here's the other thing that we have to consider: who remembers or has ever read Isaac Asimov's 2030? So 2030 is the book that came after 2010, which came after 2001.
Yeah.
In 2030, they went to the planet that the monolith told them don't go to, don't land on Io, stay away from Io. And what happened? The Earth went to Io, and they found a mountain that was made out of a diamond, and it would have been able to stabilize all the debts for the United States of Africa, which was a thing in the book. And then the destruction of Earth started because they landed on Io. So here's the thing: we could go out into space and find an asteroid full of stuff, and then we bring it back, and it turns out that that's from the dimension where Event Horizon came from, and then it turns out that it was a chunk of hell, and then the whole planet turns into a wasteland, and ghosts start appearing, and then Canada becomes New Ohio, and it's like,
yeah. True. Cats and dogs living together. Gumby stood no chance. No chance. Yep. Yes, better late than never. Phantom says, is that snort with an umbrella? They do fly now. Gumby has it coming. Pissing off Gen Xers since the 60s. For some reason, when I tuned to the stream, the check was in sync, but the stream was about an hour back. Yeah, you got to move the little dot to the far right, and that'll take you to current. That'll sync you.
yeah, that or you press where it says live.
Yeah. Wow, again, talk about sci-fi, a rose cone mango. Let's see. The reason Snortopoopas has gone radio silent is the Polar Bear Council asked them to lock down on the UFO talk. The bears want their privacy on Pluto. Aliens getting here would or should rewrite physics laws. Oh, it was Europa. Yeah. I think it was Europa. Unless he.
Right. I thought it was. Oh, wait.
Yeah, it was Europa.
Yeah, it was Europa. I got that wrong. You're right, Marcelo. It was Europa.
You towed them into Earth orbit, strip it in orbit, and leave it on the moon in black. Yeah. New energy source found in Yucatan impact crater. Experts are calling it a marker dead space.
I'm just hoping that, because all the movies, all the television, all the books, all of that stuff, Mama Ito always said, it is the reason why things are so messed up now is because people read all that stuff and then decided to reverse engineer it. Animal Farm in 1984, and and Atlas Shrugged and all those sort of things. And what I'm hoping is that somewhere along the line, someone doesn't decide, hey, you know what was a good idea?
What?
The 2016 Doom game where where Earth decided to tap into Argent energy, where they basically figured out a way to open a portal to hell and pull all the energy out of hell to fuel all the power it needs for the Earth. And then turns out whenever you have a hell-based power source, sometimes demons show up.
Oh, yeah. That makes definite sense. Well, let's see.
Yeah, the next Wallace Lane one. There are some Christian church pastors that say UFOs
Yeah.
may be spiritual beings that are primarily faking being extraterrestrials. All right, supposedly in some of the UFO books that are out there, people said that whenever they started to say like the Our Father or I don't know what the Jewish equivalent is, but one of the Jewish prayers that it resulted in the aliens, fleeing. So they may be related to to hell, uh,
Hmm.
but I always like, and it's sad that they don't play it at all anymore. I know the reasons why. It's a rights nightmare, but you know, NBC when they did the mini series with the Martian Chronicles from Ray Bradbury,
Yeah.
and because there was that one part that made all the churches mad because the friars they went out into the Martian desert and they
Mhm.
found what was the gods of Mars
Yeah.
and and Ray Bradbury was doing it was a metaphor for human based religions and
Mhm. Yeah.
eventually the Martian gods they went off to wherever they were going to go off to so there was that part and there was the other one where the Martian got caught and then he got turned into Jesus because of the father that was looking at him and he's like, please, I can't maintain this form for long. But that was groundbreaking television back when they released it, and they made it go away.
Mhm. Yeah, I think I do remember that one. Oh, let's see. Ha! Fez said, just escaped from the party.
Yay!
Yeah. So food becomes cheaper as is energy. That is a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see.
If you think about it, Atlas Shrugged, which is, Ayn Rand, long book, really, really long.
Mhm.
In the car, John Galt, in the book / movie, John Galt was one of the engineers that created the water-based engine.
Right.
And a water-based engine that would be able to move stuff and transport vehicles and just run on just pure water, it would have been a game changer. But at the same time, you can't have a water-based engine when the whole system is based on petroleum.
True. That is true. Okay. What did the cake say to the fork? You want a piece of me? Oh boy. It was based in Phantom Cells. It was based on atmospheric, static, and not water. All right. So, well, this was fun. This was very fun, very fascinating, very interesting. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah, tonight was a fun technical based explanation on multiple topics.
Yes, and we went into very, very wide tangents and rabbit holes. Uh-oh. Rabbit holes.
And groundhog holes. But on that note, is it time for?
Yeah, but let's see. Fez is trying. Better late than never, Fez. We're just getting ready to do show notes.
This is the third time this week.
What?
Yeah,
Pudgy was wrapping up his show. Fez shows up and like, hi, Mr. Fez.
Yeah.
Yeah, your timing is.
In fairness, the thumbnail said 4 o'clock, and I thought, cool, it's Thursday, 4 o'clock, I'm home. I don't have to go anywhere for a couple hours. And I ended up having to go out, and the show wasn't on yet. And I suddenly realized, oh, it's been doing that to everybody, changing their times.
Yeah.
And so it had to have been 6 o'clock when your show started. So, I got back from that, and then Comics had just wrapped up his show. Was it Comics or Pacific 414? God, now I can't remember. But anywho, yeah, third time this week. So hello.
Hello. Hello, Psych Opera. How you doing, dear? Good to see you. Hello there.
Well, you know what, Raymond? We got enough time for a Fez explanation.
Yeah. Yeah, so we do.
All right, Fez.
Yes, sir.
You have 30 minutes to discuss a topic.
Give Cobalt a break.
Yeah,
because we've already gone over the Stream Elements imminent shutdown. We've gone over the DaVinci Resolve process. We've gone over flat taxes, how to make brown butter, the Martian Chronicles, Atlas Shrugged. Space
Martian Chronicles had a couple of good scenes in it. I liked the one where was it Rock Hudson meets the Martian?
Yeah,
and they're both ghosts in the other's world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of an interesting concept unto itself, but I never saw the whole thing all the way through because that was, I think, TV back in the 70s. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can find it on YouTube. It keeps moving around on places. Here's the thing: YouTube is a thing. And there's all sorts of channels, that have their content on it. Why are they gatekeeping that stuff? It's like, oh, come on, like if NBC Universal has Peacock, put the Martian Chronicles on Peacock. There would be some crazy people like me, like Fez, that remembers the Martian Chronicles, and then some new people would be like, is that lady wearing a skimpy outfit painted gold? Dreaming about an astronaut.
Yeah.
And then her husband, kills the astronaut because he's a jealous husband.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember that scene. Yes.
Yeah, that's from the opening.
Okay. Yeah.
And then there, another good show that was on. Well, season 1 was really good. Season 2 was okay. Season 3 was like, oh, stop it already. But
yeah.
But who remembers Under the Dome for CBS?
I do not.
All right. Okay. Under the Dome is a Stephen King noveletta, and basically typical town, not in Maine, it was somewhere else. It was like New York. And just all of a sudden, boom, this energy dome appears over the town, and inside the dome.
Oh, now I do.
Yeah. So, and at first everyone was like, they're trying to figure out what's going on. You can still breathe. You can still, everyone was fine. They were just cut off from the rest of the world, in this dome. And the first season, people are like, oh my God, this is awesome. It was a ratings juggernaut, and then it stopped because they did the typical Walking Dead. They only made like 12 episodes of it.
Yeah.
So then it comes back for season 2, and season 2 was, they're trying to adapt the noveletta, the short book, and it started going all different directions. And then they had that they were picked up for a season 3, but then you had to wait a long time for season 3 to show up again. And by the time they got the 3, it was like, okay, we gotta wrap this up. And they rushed the ending, and then eventually at the very end, they're like, oh, well, there might be another dome somewhere else, and everyone's like, no, we don't care. Let the aliens win.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had to be the inspiration for that Simpsons movie thing with
Yeah.
the dome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I was wondering where that came from. Now it makes sense. But what was that you said about StreamYard shutting down?
No, it's Stream Elements.
Stream Elements.
Stream Elements.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the ones that have the little bots that like we've done some things like with the tip line, that type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The tip jar and all that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
Stream Elements may or may not be shutting down at the end of the month.
All right. Well, that's
Oh
weird.
gosh, we got more jokes. Yes.
Yes.
A priest,
And
a pastor, and a rabbit enter the bar. The bartender asks, "Why is there a rabbit here?" The rabbit replies, "I am
Oh,
here
dear
for a
God.
clerical error."
Ha!
yeah.
Oh, that's an old one.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah,
an old
yeah.
one.
Well, like the prostitute said to the rabbi, silly rabbi, tricks are for kids.
Oh.
I'm
And
sorry.
hello, Psych Opera, maker
Hello.
of wonderful guitars.
Yes.
Glad you're here. Oh yeah, the major downsides to the marker hallucinations and violence, both the people or self-madness, mass murders, then the bodies disappear and mutate in horrific manners, aka the Simpsons movie.
Yes.
Stevie Wonder walks into a bar and says, "Ouch."
Ouch.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got a sports notice from Wendy, Trauma Warrior. Live from Dawkin Park, Texas Rangers 0, at Houston Astros 2, top of the fourth.
Ah. Hey, you know what? And since Pudgy's not here, I can do this joke. What is 6 inches long, 2 inches wide, and makes women go crazy? $100 bill.
Ah.
I like it. I'm stealing it. But,
Oh.
yes, Cobalt, I'll be downloading Discord tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Two people
I just
walk into
need-
a bar.
Hmm?
Two people walk into a bar. The third ducked. Oh no. Oh. I'm gonna do that real quick because well, okay. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome, Psych Opera. Can't wait.
Yeah. Oh. She didn't see Dirty Diana up on the wall. That
Yeah.
was
Oh.
one of mine, Psych Opera.
Dirty Diana.
Yep. The mahogany Telecaster with a flying V neck.
As opposed to a ground-based V-neck.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
I used to have T-shirts that were ground-based V-necks. I miss my V-neck shirts.
John Holmes says, "Hold my beer when it comes to the $100 bill." Oh,
Oh
okay.
God.
Okay. All right.
Meanwhile, back in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
God.
Let's
yes,
see.
and I just escaped from my stepniece's Sweet 16 party.
Oh,
It was a nice party. It really was. Everything decorated in purple, and they had games and presents and pictures and all that. No music.
Oh,
And all kids that I don't know who they are, except for my other niece, and people that I didn't know who they were. And I'm there with Mom going, "We can leave anytime," because I prefer to be able to know who's who and such. But there's that. Yes, Psych Opera, I did. The neck is from Guitar Fetish, but the body I built, and that was from mahogany given to me by Gene Matisco, one of the finest luthiers in the world when he was in Scranton. He built the acoustic guitar that's heavily decorated for Eddie Van Halen. So there's that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Wallace Lang says, I was a teenager in the 70s. So was I.
Lucky. He was lucky. Because, you could drive at 16 in the 70s.
Yeah.
And you could drink at 18. And they got away with murder back then. And then the 80s came around and we thought we were everything. And,
Yeah, well, I was a teenager in the 70s as well, Sandra too. And Psych Opera says, that's amazing, Fez.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's made quite a few.
Yeah. And I don't know if she saw the one I made for Doomcock.
No.
I don't have any pictures of it available at the moment. But
makes me wonder if he played it.
I know he's tried, but he was having some trouble with the string buzz. And it must have been a humidity thing when it got to Texas, because I know I leveled that neck and the frets before I sent it out. So, but he's still happy with it, He and I sent a few emails back and forth. But yeah, hopefully he's still enjoying it. So,
Sorry, Pod, dozed off a little bit. What I missed. Oh, we're talking about guitars.
Yeah.
And when you got old and lost hair. Hey, I kept mine. Mine is nicely gray.
Yeah. Well, I didn't lose mine to old age, Marco. I lost it from watching the news going, oh my God.
Yeah.
Phantom Outsider says, the horse from Uncle. The horse from Uncle Napoleon Solo won the Preakness.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shoot, and I didn't get a bet down. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I got to get down to Mohegan Sun and go to the racetrack.
I thought that was up in.
They got one. They got one in Wilkes-Barre.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
okay.
And that was a horse racing thing for many years. This was more. They were racing the silky carts, with the driver on the two big wheels, and there's the frame and the seat, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I guess they're still doing that, and I guess they're doing regular horse racing.
Yeah, the one we've got by us is, I think, strictly horse racing, the Hollywood.
Yeah. So they used to have a nice off-track betting place in Carbondale down the road here. And that was nice, a buck or two to get in. Place your $2 across the board on a 13-to-1 or better horse. And usually you'd win something or break even at least. And the one time I won $50. So I was like, yay.
And just remember, lovely chatters, we are not giving any gambling advice here on King Dolphin TV.
Right.
Actually, I can give you gambling advice. If you want to lose your money, gamble.
True.
Yeah. No, I ended pretty much with that race because I figured, well, it was Easter Sunday and I'd already offended the Lord enough. I didn't want to take any chances. So
Tim says, I would love to do some sports betting.
Yeah.
It's funny. Every time, Pudgy's watching Twitch, or if I'm watching Twitch, every third ad is sports betting, or in some cases, like every other ad is sports betting. And it's like FanDuel. And it's like, Pudgy's like, Tim, Pudgy, you have the credit card? And I'm like, no, I'm not letting you bet on the bet on the Dolphins beating out the Astros. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, because the Astro Stadium is on dry land.
Yeah, that's true. If you want to lose money, get married. Oh, speaking of the ads and stuff like this, I gotta tell you about about a set of circumstances that happened to me with my phone. I play games on my phone. You know, it's a way to occupy my mind and keep me out of trouble and off the streets. So I've got this crossword puzzle game that I absolutely am addicted to. Play it all the time. And I'm over there. Sandra's doing her physical therapy, and I'm proud of her for it. And while she's doing that, you got to start with 5 letters, and then you find the places to match the crossword. Well, I took one and put it in a spot, and I looked, and I wish I would have gotten a screenshot, because the way the remaining letters that were in the queue and the way they were positioned made the perfect one word.
Oh no.
And I wish I had a screenshot of it.
Huh.
It was boom.
That still amazes me. I can see it the whole way through with this new computer. And it's like it doesn't replay and go halfway through and then replay again and stop and replay. Fascinating. So there's that.
Yeah. I was hoping Wallace Lang says I was hoping years ago that Mr. Ed would have won the Kentucky Derby. FKHC says, if you want to lose money, get married. Channel Outsider, best bet when betting is to take the money out of your right pocket, then put it in your left one. You moved the money, but you didn't lose any. Good point.
Yeah.
Well,
that and just set aside enough money that you're not going to miss,
Yeah, true. Legatus has the best gambling advice. If you don't contribute to the Trike Snorty funds, hold on. If you don't contribute to the Trike Snorty Fund, you are gambling with more than just your money. So true. So true. And they show it right here. These two shysters.
But they look so humble and lovable.
As they say, pay or suffer or both. Yeah. Oh, and more memes.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna let everybody see it. Yeah, Psych Opera. Now you know what happens on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Now you know what happens on Saturdays.
Strange things.
Yes, very strange things. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, this is good. Okay. I think these are going to be the last memes. If you can read this, you can kick shirt. But goodbye.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
If you can read this, you're too close to the target.
Yep. And you know what will happen?
Yeah, Mr. Raymond's going to get shot down over Henderson, Nevada again.
Oh, yeah. I haven't. I'm going to practice. And next week, I'm going to practice over this week. And next week, we're going to do a flight. And I will not get shot down over the Bunny Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll be taken down over Dubuque, Iowa.
Oh.
Tell yourself that.
What?
Yeah.
Tell yourself that.
Yeah. It's I am not a big, I have never been a big simulator person. I love them. I just have I'm better off flying real planes.
Well, supposedly Microsoft Simulator, Flight Simulator is pretty good, and there's a couple other ones out there. There's a guy that's over on Twitch. He's a demi-human fox, that sort of person. But he did like it was a 5-hour stream, and he flew from New York to London, and it was over the ocean, and it had the weather conditions and everything, and it was boring flight, but it was a fun show.
Yeah.
So some of the simulators are pretty good out there.
Yeah.
Good. Gambling as a form of entertainment. Only gamble what you can afford to comfortably lose.
Yeah, that's true.
So true. So true.
Yeah, and the next time Sandra and Raymond go to a CAP conference, the delegates from Henderson, Nevada, like, hi, yeah, we shoot you down every week, Raymond.
I do got to say, I went to a conference in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I was so happy or so excited to see to actually sit in a room with Dale Brown, author of Flight of the Old Dog. And he's actually he talked about his books, and I talked about my book. So I think at the time my book. Or actually my draft that wasn't printed yet.
So, nifty.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I think at this point we should go to show notes. A lot of stuff still going on.
Please don't
what? Please don't make what?
Please don't make me sing the Spanish one.
No, we're fine. We're fine. We actually got it up.
It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. Yeah, with Mr. Raymond and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. We're bringing it on. It's time for show notes. You've all been warned. It's time for show notes.
Okay, we did the Snorter Poopers picture earlier, so we'll just go into what's coming up for the rest of the month.
Yep.
And
on Wednesday, Mr. Raymond has a thing.
Yeah. This Wednesday on the 20th, we're gonna interview Sylvia, your lovely artist. On Thursday, the 21st, I will be on, and I'm glad she's here. I will be on Psych Opera's channel at 6 o'clock to talk about my books, the Dolphin Wars trilogy.
Cool.
Cool. On the 23rd, I will be doing a music recital at my music school. I've got 2 songs that I know well enough I'm going to do and not screw up, but he wants me to play more, and I'm like, oh, come on, really? So I don't know what's going to happen. But
go for it.
But we're going to have
stage fright in the garbage and just go for it.
Yeah, it's just knowledge, though.
Well, that too, you know.
I mean, come on, Fez. I still have to use a cheat sheet to figure out the notes.
At my age, I do too.
Yeah. And tabs are a wonderful thing.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So because the recital is on the 23rd, we're gonna do a Sunday show here. Sunday. Live. Live. Unedited, uncensored, unforgiven, unredeemable, unacceptable,
Unleaded.
Live and in living color.
Yeah, live and in living color. Unfunny.
Because dead color is what you get in a Tim Burton movie.
Oh, unclean. Unclean, unrepentant. Yeah. On the 27th, we're going to have the team of Freaking Awesome come and talk to us about this year's Air Race Classic, their route, and what they're going to be doing, and how the Air Race Classic goes. This is going to be the 3rd or 4th year that we're doing this with them, and it's always a great time. On the 3rd, we're going to review the Herculoids. The Herculoids cartoon and comics. And we will eventually get a reading of Radio King Dolphin TV. We will beat Gumby, and we will get a reading of King Dolphin TV sometime in June. I promise you that. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Unfunny, unclean, unrepentant, uncola, unscrupulous, unbelievable, unwanted. Okay, guys. I see
Unser Racing Team.
I see what you guys are going with this. Sandra's, let's see. Psych says, no, it's actually going to be, so far, it's Benny and the Jets and Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. Psych Opera says, I couldn't even handle the Disney ride simulators. Pilot training must be hardcore, scary, and difficult. Yeah, it is. And expensive. Don't forget to Ray Fet's Pod Show or Fet's Show tonight. All right. Arrange an improv with friends. Oh, we did do one when we had PodCon 2 years ago.
Yes.
2 years ago.
Yes.
And it was interesting.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And Sandra was the only one that got an ice cream cone.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
And
wait a minute. Didn't you and I get an ice cream?
No.
Because I was stubborn enough to stand there and wait for it.
Yeah, it was like 30 minutes to get one ice cream cone, and the employee was like,
yeah, he was doing 6 different things at once.
Yeah. And Cobalt had the pizza that could lube a car.
Oh yeah, that pizza was good.
Oh
yes,
there was so much oil. It was like yeah, you could lubricate a transaxle with it.
Yeah, you could do Fonzie's hair with that stuff.
Yeah. All right, so that's what's coming up. I'm working on some other interviews, but I'm looking forward to being on your channel, Psych Opera. I really am.
Very cool.
Yep. So that is okay, guys.
Yeah.
What the heck? I'm to the point where the songs I play are complex enough most people can't tell my mistakes. Working on the toccata in D minor. Whoa.
Just the toccata or the toccata and fugue?
I don't know. She's
well, Sandra is en fuego.
What was that, Sandra?
Just the toccata right now.
It's just the toccata.
Okay, good enough.
On banjo.
On I'd love to see her try a banjo.
That can be arranged.
Uncompromising.
Funny story. I went into a guitar center one time and I asked, do you have any banjos? And the guy looked at me and with a look, he's like, walk away.
You scream, I scream. We all scream for ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see. All right.
Yeah, too bad that place closed. That was a nice place.
That would have been a great place for PodCon 2. I have no idea what to do for PodCon 2. No.
Well, an idea.
Uh-oh. What?
There is that airport in Hagerstown.
The
one with that really good restaurant.
I'm thinking about that.
And I think I know how to get to Hagerstown without a self-inflicted injury.
Oh, that's going to be... I know Tim could probably do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can...
Well, is Route 15 the road that goes into Hagerstown?
Route 15 will... No, that goes into Frederick.
Route 81.
Yeah. Route 81.
Oh,
you have to take... You've got to take Route 30...
Mm-hmm.
Route 30 to 81, then to Hagerstown.
Yeah. Well, I got 81 right over here, so
okay.
That would be more or less a straight shot. Yeah. The Terror Turnpike
to hell. Yeah.
Yeah. By
the
time Fez gets to Hagerstown, you would basically have a partial mohawk, a hockey mask, wearing leather, like just walk away. Just walk away.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, and Fet's in the vehicle going, where did you get the leather outfit?
Well, there was a cow on the side of the road and I was hungry.
Yeah, you probably did. Yeah, let's see if that's an option. I know Tim can get up here from there. All right, so let's thank everybody for being here because I know John's got to take off.
Yeah, I got to take off actually right away. So thank you again for the invite. Great to see you, Cobalt.
Take care, John.
We'll be in touch. I did send you and Pudgy an email, so
yeah.
We'll talk. So all right, we'll see you all later. Sandra, get well soon. And everybody have a great night. Come see us on Fet's channel.
Yep,
Bye-bye.
take care.
Bye.
And again, put an SF out there for Sandra. And also probably an RF for me because I got to get better. So what the hell heck did I do? And an RF. Okay. So, and Pudgy's in the chat now.
Yeah, there he is.
Yep, there he is. Oh,
it finally got dark out. He's inside his house now.
Okay. Okay. And FKHC says even a trike. Make sure you do a trike. Yes. Okay, so let us thank everybody who has been here. All right, we had Cobalt. Well, yeah, you're here.
Yeah, thank you very much for the invite. Tonight's been fun.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a long time since the two of us got together.
Yeah, Pudgy's a big time star. He doesn't let me talk anymore.
I know. We had Jason Love. We had Marcelo Lopez. We had Maria with T and Telly. The amazing Phantom Outsider. Psych Opera, where I will be on her channel next Thursday. And who says cool stream. Yeah. If you want to send me my link, I'll post it on my channel, Psych Opera, for the show. Let's see. Sam Wolf, Life of a Military Wife. Sam Wolf, Life of a Military Wife. Please check out her channel. She has a lot of interviews with veterans, military people, military spouses, to put their stories out for everybody to enjoy. Sylvia, your lovely artist, she will be on next week on our show. Wallace Lang, thank you again for being here. Yep. Oh, man, I forgot all these people. We had Jason Love, Marcelo Lopez, Maria with Tea and Telly. Good to see you, ma'am. Good to see you back. Well, okay, Wallace Langer said. So that is our guests. And now the Lifeguard Corps. Those that keep everything safe and crazy here. We had Sandra, our producer. Trike, the ever-present director dog. Wendy Webb, who was at a ball game, and the Astros sounds like they're winning. Fez was here. You can check him out at the FET stream in a half hour. Pudgy Hedgehog was here, bouncing around and playing with the bunnies and the squirrels. And that was all he was doing, right, Cobalt?
Yeah, that's all he was doing. They were having a big game of tag.
Oh, okay. Tag. FKHC 2005. The Magnificent Legatus Legionnaire. The huge Comic Relief Crusader. Huge. And finally, the baddest bear on the internet. He had to go because he's rather shy, retiring, and he tires easily. Snorter Poopas! Q-bar. Dot scream. Hashtag roar. Great show. Great show, Snort. Sorry you had to tap out. That means we got stuck with the dolphin. Oh well. All right. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you for helping me slap down Gumby. Those AIs I liked. I liked those AIs. And they were funny. And Cobalt, thank you again for being here. As always, it's always great to have you here. We don't get to do it because, like you said, Pudgy is a big star now.
Thank you again, Raymond. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, Psych Opera says, I don't have it ready yet behind on preps, but promise I'll have it ready by early next week. Let's see. Let's see here.
Yeah, let's see. Ladonna says, sub, chat, comment, engage, enjoy, donate to the funds, and make it so.
Yep. And
buy the signed books.
Yes, and buy the signed books. And also do what Phantom Outsider is asking. Let me answer his question. This week's episode. Oh, come on. This week's episode, it was brought to you by the Snorter Poopus and Trike Collection Agency. You don't want a visit from Snorty and Trike, give a super chat sticker or something at the tip link here. You'll be glad you did. And oh, yes. Boom.
No, he said boobs.
No, I said it. I said boom. All right. Thank you all for being here. It was a great show. Again, like Cobalt said, like, sub, or like, share, sub, chat, comment, engage, enjoy, donate to the funds, buy the signed books, say boobs instead of booms,
And
return for
guaranteed,
more.
if you had boobs on the screen, you did an extra 500 viewers.
I wish.
And then Sandra would smack you.
Yeah, Sandra would smack me. So Snort did not turn into an animal. Odd. And that's how Godzilla started. Yes. All right. Good night, everybody. I am glad everybody came here. I'm glad everybody had a good time. And I'm glad we took care of that wretched creature, Gumby. And this went as relatively smooth as possible. Except for that one little sound glitch. Be safe. What's this? Oh. Ow. Oh, God. Tim. We do have some ladies here. But, yeah. Oh, sigh. Sydney Sweeney's calcium cannons, Euphoria viewers. Oh.
And on that note,
yes,
good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Wallace Lang says that's all, folks. Good night, all. Good night, all, and be safe, be happy, and we will see you Wednesday.